Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the coach's desk. Yeah, man, we're here, my people. Big up on yourself, you know. You don't know the thing going on, people. Bless up yourself. Thanks very much for tuning into another video. I've been having some audio challenges, you know, people. I don't know, look for him from a comeback in our studio, a peer problem, you know. Like a pure problem in our studio, people. But guess what? We have a sort it out, you know. Them can't hold with. You see me, I say? Them can't hold with. We're going to deal with the thing. We have a special guest to talk to tonight, this evening. Yeah, man, because we want to talk about some things where coaching is concerned. So this one is an educational one, people. So, I want to say, we're going to run the intro and here I'll go on.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, so we're back. People not hear me. Let me know if you not hear me, you know, people. I want to have me go check. Big up Fresh God cap on the building. Gunner's boss there. We say German Green is back. That is a good look for Golden State Warrior, you know, because they must struggle without the German Green, you know. Nothing in a defense. So that is a good look. I'm going to check if I hear myself, you know, people. Because I have some audio challenges, you know. I don't know how I go on. Duckland, big up. Tell me if you not hear me now. I mean, I have to go through this to go listen to myself. What up? What up? What up? What up? You not hear me? People, them not talk to me, you know, man. As so much people are watching now and can't type. Big up on yourself, you know. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Oh, so now hear me? Alright, June 40, so now hear. I just want to hear what I go on, but because yes, hearing you loud and clear. Can hear you. The audio can go on. Check, check, check. Oh, that sound. 1, 3. Audio sound better, don't? All right. Yeah, man. We go for the big bad sure, you know. Yeah, man. I sure we go find out. Because you know everything sure, you know. All right, Kevin. Big up on yourself, people. What go on? All the things set. Everybody all right? Yeah, man. Big up Kieran in the building. Kevin Williams in the building. Duckland in the building. But audio can go on. And he knows say no sound good enough. You see you. Talkie, big up yourself. Hey, Anna, big up yourself. Brown man security, what go on? June 40's in the building. You get what I say? Big up the people, them, you know. Yeah, man, bless up on yourself, you know, people. So we have an interview, people. A special guest will be joining us to talk to us about some things, you know. Because guess what? We want to educate the coaches in Jamaica so that they can know. Jason, what go on? Hey, Jason, link up in a bridge in the audio now. Go on, good enough. You see me, I say? Soccer Explosion TV, big up yourself. I never said it was the best. I said it can. Nah, man. I am sure, you know. But I want sure, Mike. You see me, I say? Right now, Richard, I watch and I say, oh, me a kin teeth. So, hey, one thing, you know. You know, go see me a tough up my face, you know. When me get dark still like my shirt. But what kind of breaking news? Where breaking news? Drop it, Jason. Drop it. Drop the brick. Oh my God. Not news. Lennox next up. Big up yourself. We say happy for Bailey. Yeah, man. Bailey are going a bag of things, man. Villa Player of the Month. And we have couple international scoring in the FA Cup since week. Yeah, man. The Reggae Boyz, them are going a bag of things, man. Bag of things. Bobby Reed, Lati Bodier, Amari Bell team draw. You see me I talk about potential Reggae Boy, Gibbs White, him score again. Yo. So, I mean, some things are going on, man. Mm. See Liverpool kill the Arsenal goons them. Mm. FA Cup that still. Hey, just about the joke thing about not news. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, may I wait for the guests enough people because the guests should be. Hey, listen, we want to educate the people them say, yo, especially the coaches them. I hope the people them can send this out, share it, so that people can understand what we are trying to do, you know. They get what me I say. We want to ensure that information is spread. You see me I say of ways that the coaches them can elevate themselves. You get what I say? Because too long we kind of basically stuck in the Caribbean. You get what I say, so to speak, and we're not moving forward and go make people know out in the other part, uh different jurisdiction that we can coach or know what we are doing. You get what I say? So we have a special guest that will be coming on to talk about that. When we look at Miguel Cole's journey, also, it is a big one. You get what I say? Man gone from a title winning coach in the schoolboy football league to an A license coach. You see me I say? So I saw the thing set, you know, and I think it's a good look. And I'm just here to inform persons that it can be better for you, you know. You understand? It can be better and definitely make it work. You get what I say? Hold on there. Guess send me a message. Let me check it out. What Duclan say? Duclan say him here say Deacon Andy say preach at Penthouse Pentecostal today. Hey, Duclan, are you a church that? J. Thomas, big up yourself. You may I say? Man say Deacon Anderson. Man, God church, brother. Big up yourself in a Travis. Travis, I want go on with that call off game, the virgin. Feeling already and them something there. What kind of tiddly wings thing I go on, man? You see me, I say, all right, so we have our special guest on, people. We're going to bring on the special guest right now. But remember, this is an informative program. We're going to talk about the football thing, how basically coaches can elevate themselves from just being a Caribbean coach. So you can get badges in Europe and all of these things. You understand? So the thing setting up. So without further ado, people, please welcome Mr. Kendall Mercury to the coach's desk platform. One more time. Welcome, Mr.
Good night to everybody.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, Kendall Mercury. Bless up yourself. really appreciate you being here. We're gonna talk about, getting these information out so people can know that it can happen. You understand? And stop living in a conundrum that, hey, this thing can't work. You understand? So welcome again, my friend. Big up yourself. Um, Introduce yourself to the people and let them know go on, who you are and all of these things.
Good night to everybody. My name is Kendall Mercury. I'm from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm also from the Grenadine island of Peckway, which is just 9 square miles south of the mainland St. Vincent and Grenadines. 1 hour ride by ferry. That's how we commute. I've been in coaching for the past 28 years, almost 30 years. Uh, Different places around the region, in Europe, a little bit of time in Asia. I've worked in Jamaica as well, the Jamaican Premier League with Village United when they were in the Premier League. That's about it. My last job was the head coach of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines senior men's national team, which I just finished in January of 2023.
Okay, all right. That's a good way to kickstart the thing right now. Um, but tell us how you got involved in coaching and why football.
Well, being a Caribbean man, sports come naturally to most of us. As a young boy, you play multiple sports. You play sports in season in St. Vincent. I think it's the same in Jamaica. So when it's track, you're doing track. When it's cricket season on TV, you're playing cricket in the road. When it's football time, you're playing football. When it's basketball time, you're playing basketball. That's how it kind of shaped. I always say that
Okay. Kendall did indicate to me that he's having some internet trouble, As he ready for come on the show, the internet start act up. So we might have this hope him sort that out. Yeah, man, Duckland, resume big man. You see me I say? We need to improve our league back home so coaches can properly paid in order to develop young talent at the grassroots level. Yeah, that is true, Skip. But improving the league, it's gonna take a lot of things. It has to take a lot of things. It has to be so make no sense to improve the league and the coaches are not at a particular level. So if the coaches can up them game and then talent realize say, yo, them start recruit, make the thing into a professional league and start recruit from outside of Jamaica, then the thing can be improved. But we can't improve the league and the coaches are at the same level. You get what I say? So that is how I view it. You understand? And Mr. Kendall, he has a wealth of knowledge in this thing. So I just hope that this internet thing can sort out so we can, know what go on in the whole thing. So yeah, man. So now that me I say Rob Smith, the league cannot be improved without the coaches being improved. So the level of coaching education has to step up. It can't be a B alone. It can't be a license alone. It has to be further than that. At least one or a few man can, jump out in a Europe and get a European license. If they don't come back to Jamaica, that is even better for them. Because if they can hone their skills in Europe as well, that is good. I saw the thing set, but we can't depend on the type of coaching license that we have in Jamaica. Have to up the game. Have to up the game. I want to know what are the big challenges a national team coach has to contend with. So good. That's that's an interesting question, Duklan. I just hope that over the Spice Island they can sort out the internet so we can have this conversation. But it should be a lot of challenges, I think one of the things, especially in Jamaica, Duklan, it could be finances. It definitely could be finances. Money are one of the issues them where cripple sports in the Caribbean, because the finances not there. Them always say it takes cash to cure, and a real thing, You see, when you go in some other jurisdiction and you see how the youths them do well, and even if them not do well at a particular level, but they continue to thrive, you wonder how it happened. But money is pumped into those programs. You understand? Money is pumped into those programs. Even if them not shut a soul, money are pumped. You get what I say? So it is one of those things that I think cash are one of the thing. I don't know. I think that are the biggest thing right now. Biggest challenge. And you probably can take it a little bit further, Duckland, and talk about interference from administration and stuff like that. Some federation, you might very well have people interfering in the whole thing. So Kendall just messaged me, he'll be back soon. Him just a sort out the internet. You understand? So Manning's man other day talking about building training center and new field. I said it don't make no sense putting the same coach in new building. No, that's a true, Rob Smith. That is so true.
Yes, I'm back.
Yes, Kendall, go ahead. I explained
I fixed it.
you fixed it.
I changed the to a different connection.
Okay. All right. You were telling us about how you got involved in.
Yeah, so as I say, basketball was my first love, really. Football was next thing in line. But as a young man playing, I of course love football. I got injured at 19. So I started to look to shift from playing to something else, because at that time now I'm more in love with the game. I'm like more mature. So I stayed out of playing for a year because I tried to play and I had a serious ankle injury. And it was always swollen, the ice in it, because you want to play. So I started to do research. That's where it started, researching on the internet. The internet was, computer was fairly new in our family. So during research and reading about this injury, I found out I had an overuse injury because I kept playing while every now and then the ankle will go down and I swell back up, and I kept playing because I wanted to keep playing. So I said, you know what, I'm going to rest the injury for a while, and while I rest the injury, that's where the interest in staying in the game came. So there was a friend of mine who had some youth teams, some U13 teams, and one day I was passing by the park going to my family who live up on the other side of the park, so I have to pass the park. And I saw him struggling with all these youths, and it was just him. So I went and asked him, do you want help? He said, boy, yes, of course. You don't know, I really need help. So that's how it started. His name is Michael Nanton. He lives in England. He's still, I consider him one of my best friends. When I go to Europe, to England to do coaching courses, that's where I stay at his house. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how it started. So from that U13 outfit helping him every Saturday, it opened my heart, it warmed my heart, it touched me like, wow, this is something I really fell in love with. So I grew into
Mm-hmm.
loving coaching the kids them. I saw the
So
improvement and so.
okay, great. So what transpired from there? Did you go to any coaching courses within the Caribbean?
Yeah. My first actual license was in Trinidad and Tobago. That was in 2002 when the English FA partnered with CONCACAF to have an international coaching license. So at the time they couldn't name it a UEFA license, so they named it an international coaching license. So I was coaching friend of mine also went to Trinidad before me to do a youth course and brought back the information and a flyer and gave it to me and
Mm-hmm.
say Mercury, this is something I think you should check out. So I did some checking. I called the Center of Excellence where they had the course, which was the base, and I got some instruction that I have to go through my MA, which is the St. Vincent and Grenadines Football Federation. Um, I was kind of blessed and had some luck at the same time because during that little time I was studying and researching coaching with the U13s, I often used to, when I'm in the mainland, which is where the office of the St. Vincent and Grenadines Football Federation is located, I
Mm-hmm.
used to pass through the office, and there's the gen sec at the time. His name is Mr. Freddie Adams. He always told me, "You're the only coach who passes through this office asking for reading material." So every time he used to compile like the FIFA magazine, that's the first time I heard about the J League magazines from Germany. And when I come through, we'll sit down and have a talk, and he'll give me a pile of stuff to go back down to Beckway in the Grenadines with, and I'll just sit and I'll read them and get a broader, perspective of the game and so on. So I say I was blessed and lucky at the same time that when the, the people in CONCACAF in Trinidad sent me to my MA, he was the Gensec and he had already had a connection with me. So he said, Mercury, we don't have anybody going on this international coaching license. At the time, he said, look, there's nobody interested. Our FA don't have the money. If you want to go, I would endorse you, but you will have to pay your own way. We don't have the money to buy your ticket and so on. If
And
you
that
can
was
get
out of
there,
country.
yeah, that was in Trinidad.
Okay.
So he's like, if you can get there, I would endorse the move. I will write the letter. I will send it off to Trinidad and everything. You just have to sort the ticket because you're staying there for the Center of Excellence will stay there for free. They will feed you, and then just have your out of pocket money that you need. But yeah, so I took the opportunity and I jumped on it, and I got back to him, and we only had like I think we had 3, yeah, if my memory serves me right, we had like 3 days to pull it off for the deadline. So I had to get the ticket. Mind you, at that time where I live in 2002, there was no travel agent on my island. So it was the mainland. So I had to call a female friend of mine to go and sort the ticket, which she gracefully did. And then I repaid her the money. And that was it. I got to go to Trinidad 2 days before the deadline. I was accepted. And
Mm-hmm.
that was my first basically official license. There were two gentlemen there from Jamaica as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't remember both of them names, but I could remember there was one guy. I may not get his surname, but there was a guy named Edward, kind of clay, little afro. Long time ago though, but I remember him. And there was a very kind of muscular, thick guy, but I can't remember his name. But as I say, the course was well attended because it was the first time the English
Mm-hmm.
FA and a licensed course that came to our region. So they were CONCACAF was well represented.
Okay, awesome. And that basically kickstart your, you don't call it now, your trained or your licensed coaching career. What else came after that? Or did you start to move from away from youth coaching to seniors or juniors, so to speak?
Well, the international coaching license coach opened my eye to a whole different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I say, I wasn't trained before. I was just doing research on the computer, and them time they hiding from my family, printing off a whole heap of material. You understand? These things
Yeah.
was expensive then, ink and this and that. So yeah, I'll be honest with you. The first day was orientation. So you're introducing, you make your introduction, where you're from, and I was in the back because I was probably around one of the younger ones. There was a young guy from St. Kitts too, around my age. So
Mm-hmm.
the first orientation day I sat at the back because I didn't know what to expect. So I went to the back of the room. Um, so it was time to introduce. So they start from in front, and there was when I listened the introduction of the candidates, I questioned myself. I'll be honest. I said, boy, I don't think I'm in the right place because I'm the national coach of Mexico U20 team. I'm the head coach of this team. I'm on the technical director of
Whoa.
this.
So you
Uh,
felt small.
yeah, big time. See, you're just coaching some U13s, in a local community. Nothing to my name. I'm like, I'm probably not in the right place.
Hey, I had a similar experience to do.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
you go
I
ahead.
questioned myself,
Yeah.
but then I shake up myself in the afternoon after orientation, and I say, you know what, Mercury, you are here, so don't question yourself. Just open your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, long story short, I already had a vibe in me, in my community. So helping and volunteering was nothing new, So after the sessions, when we finish, I would stay back and help the coaches, grab the bars, grab the cones, do the work. Everybody will just finish and just clear out and go back to their rooms. And one about the second day, one of the tutors called me and he said, people like you are who we are looking for in coaching. And that was encouraging. He said, look, you're willing to stay back, help with getting the materials, getting the equipment. So that was encouraging to me. I know I had to work hard, so I did. I was into the study materials, everything they give us. Um, we had a written exam and a practical. And I'll be honest, I say young people going out on the weekend, knocking up on your door, say, Vinci, we're going party, are you going? And I'm like, no, sir. I'm going no way. Look, I'm gonna talk about my experience because I want other coaches and other um budding coaching to understand the dedication you have to put in the work. And the day of the theoretical exam, I saw
Mm-hmm.
people eat the pencil.
Wow.
Yeah.
Them
These
go
are
too
the
much party.
same people who was going partying. You understand? And I'm like, I met them through the journey again in coaching, and I'm like, how did it go with the license? Because I met them through, because after that now I got on the national team job as an assistant for the U17 team. That was my first appointment. That was in 2003. I was appointed to Miami as an assistant for the U17. So I met some of the same coaches on the U17 qualifiers World Cup. And I'm like, no, I didn't succeed. I'm like, wow. So them are the same set of guys who were going party, you know. So say that to the young budding coaches, please. Not wrong with doing some social activities, but you see, when you have your work and stuff, buck up. So I started with the youth.
Before you go on any further, I want you to remember the chain of thought and the series of event. But I want you to pause for a minute, Sir Kendall. And you said you did a little volunteerism in the community first. And then at the coaching course, you were still helping, staying behind and help. I want you to talk to us and talk to some of these coaches about sharing of their experience and what they have even before they reach to the top.
Yeah, most coaches throughout their career, whether the big coaches, you know, in the professional high level, started volunteer. You have to be vibrant in the community. You know, it's not you're giving back, but these things shape you as an individual. You pick up life skills. You pick up a lot of, you know, other feelings for other people, how to manage conflict, how to organize. So the little things you already know how to work under supervision. Because somebody above you will say, okay, Mercury, I need you to execute this if you're doing some work in the community, whether you're cleaning around the surroundings or whatever. So you're already, without consciously knowing it, you're already in an environment where you're working under a management structure, a structure where you have your part to play, your role to play. So it was, to me, natural, but as I say, it was not conscious. So when I got there and started to do the things, that was natural to me, helping. But it's when the coaches, the truth, called me one day and said, look, people like you are what we're looking for in the game, because we can see you are doing this without hesitation. Every day you stay back and you help us back the balls, pick up the cones, you know. So those things came naturally. And even today, in my community, I'm still doing the things. I'm still cutting the field, lining the field. And people say, coach, man, you still cutting field and lining field. And my answer to them would be, have you ever sit back and looked at, I call it dressing the field, you know? Look at a properly dressed football field, how beautiful it is. When you see the lines well painted, the grass nicely cut, the nets up, the corner post in place, you see, that is it. That is a thrill for me. You understand? Because I hate, and I show football fans, you don't want to go to a game and you see you can't see the lines, the corner post in the nets with holes, which is, you know. So this is part of the business. Even when I was in Jamaica at Village United in Falmouth, I would cut the field, and some of the people around the neighborhood came around one day and say, coach, what you cut field? You're not supposed to cut no field. You coach, where you cut field? I said, no, it's natural. Yeah. I used to help the guy, a guy named Bobby, mark the field. He was shocked that I know how to mark the fields and all those things. Yeah.
So you're basically dabbling into a whole lot of things pertaining to the football thing.
Yeah, the game itself. Yeah.
Mm. All right, so continue on the journey where you at the school and they say guys like you that they want to
Yeah.
be a
So I got a break at the U17 national
mm-hmm.
as an assistant, and I say by then you know individual now. You're moving up through the journey a little, so you get to know more people and the
Mm-hmm.
mainland and so on. So the head coach was Earl Samuel again, still a good friend of mine. He migrated to England. Um, he was more into fitness, so I learned a lot from him in terms of the fitness side, because he was
Mm-hmm.
like a fitness instructor. He used to do fitness on the side, walk in the gym with individuals and so. And he was well welcoming. He embraced me. He had experience because he had worked with the senior men's team before under some head coach, like from also England. So he brought his experience and passed on his experience to me. And I must say I was motivated by the two assessors who are in Trinidad, because the day the day before the final day when we're gonna close, I think it's the day before, or could be 2 days before. First, I remember they also came to me. Um, One give me their number, one give me their email. That's when I was confident. Yeah, I know I pass, because they said they were going to send the results and the certificate directly to our football association, not to us. So our association will tell us whether we were competent or not. But when they came and say we we are going to go back, here's my number, make sure make contact. That was kind of the motivating factor. And throughout the years, I kept up with them. One, rest his soul, passed away a couple of years ago. But they were the ones who told me straight, you can go all the way to your pro license if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was very encouraging. But the journey continued from the U17s.
Yeah, what happened at the youth 17? The youth
Well, we
17.
we we didn't we didn't qualify. We at the structure at the time was you had the structure was different. So you had in our zone we only had to play Barbados, but it was a home and away. And if you got past Barbados, you'll go to a next round.
Mm-hmm.
So in Barbados we lost 1-0, and then we came home and we drew 1-1 at home. So we lost an aggregate.
Okay.
From there, I went to my local high school in Beckwith, where I stayed a long time with my school that I went to, Beckwith Community High School. At the time, it was named the Beckwith Anglican High School, but now it's called the Beckwith Community High School. So I stayed and because you need to coach. That's the most important thing. You need to stay active.
Yeah,
So
so you can learn things as you go on, you can implement new stuff.
yes,
It's
yes,
like
you
an active you've been active, because sometimes when you we have always said this, when you coach a national team, you're not really active, your mind not really exercising basically. So you're not able to express some things that you possibly would have learned.
yeah,
So
and that's
being
why
good.
certain coaches don't take national job
Right.
until they're probably later down the
In
year
their
when they move
career.
out the club, because
Exactly.
they cannot tell you straight the national job don't give them the buzz they get from club, because every club you're working every day,
Every day.
every single day.
So,
National job
so your
would
brain has to be clicking, you have to be
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
New ideas have to be coming in. So some things where you learn at the coaching school, you don't even have to, you don't even you basically are try you're not using all of it because you have to be thinking and innovating sometimes.
yeah. Coaching at the national level is very difficult. I'm
Say
telling
that
you.
again.
Coaching at the national level is very difficult because, so let me use Jamaica for example, because you will be a better example than St. Vincent, and then I will give you the St. Vincent version. So we go to your country. Most of your players play where? Pro,
Hmm.
right? They
Yeah.
are outside of Jamaica. So they clubbed most of the time. So think of your head coach now, your manager, Helen Glimson.
Hmm.
Currently, he don't have the players. So there's basically little to no work on field, but there's a lot of work behind the scene because he and his staff has to track players and know what they're doing. But
Hmm.
in a nutshell, you get the players for international break. You get the players two 2 days before, if you're lucky, 3 days before. Think about it. How much work can you do in 2 3 days before you go into an international game?
So there and then you're saying it is very difficult to even inculcate a style of play or a system of play into the national team because it might or you try, but it's gonna be headache to constantly try to rivet that information in because of the short time that you get these players.
Yeah, that is why at this level you're mostly responsible for tactics, implementation of tactics.
Hmm.
What can you do for the players' fitness in that short level of time, their technique in that short level of time? So it's mainly tactics and mental. So you have to have a great system in place, great staff in place, networking with the players during the time in clubs. And the players are going to be fully concentrated on clubs because they are so busy at clubs in season. So there's things you can do. So you have to have a lot of trust in your players because what will mostly happen is you will send these strategies via a platform to the players to study. So when they come into national camp, they already, have a conception and an idea of what is going to happen in camp, how you're going to play. So say you're going to play the US, the coach will send out the strategies and so to the individuals who are going to play in this game. They have to study the material. So when they come to Jamaica or wherever the camp is, they already have preconception and ideas of what is going to happen. So when you do it out on the training ground, it should basically click because they are pros. They are doing this at club level. They are doing
Hmm.
these same things. These are the difficulties you might have with a young local player. I mean, they are skillful, they are this, that. But if they don't have this kind of exposure, this kind of coaching, this kind of development, it's a bit difficult. So it's a constant balancing act. But to go back on track, yes, from the U17, work with the schools a bit, and then I started to look into, okay, how I'm gonna make the next move. How I'm gonna now go from the international license to my UEFA B to my UEFA A, climb the ladder, and
Hmm.
what do I need in between to supplement not just the license, but there's the other side of the game. So how do I start to learn a little bit about goalkeeping? How do I start to learn more about the fitness side, which include nutrition and so on? So at that time there was nothing else in CONCACAF except if you want to come and do your USA Canadian license model. So my research basically discouraging discouraged me at the time from going the US or Canadian side. Because yeah, as I say, you're now meeting more coaches and networking, and you're getting their version of the American license and so on. So through my two contacts from Trinidad, which is the coaches, I asked them for help and direction. So they push me through the system of where I need to apply, what is the next move, and I took up on the opportunity, and I went to England in 2005 and started on the UEFA B. Then I moved up in 2007 to my UEFA A. I must say it wasn't an easy journey because one, you're coming from the Caribbean and you have to, the flights are not cheap at the time going to Europe. So you fit in this bill, and I fit the bills on my own. So and coaches
Would
to
you be
also.
able, would you be able to give us an estimation of costing?
Well, it's much more expensive now, but I'm trying to remember the figures. The UFAB was split in two parts. So you have part one where you go and you get all the introduction and so on. Different associations model it differently, but at the time they had what you call what they call developmental days where you will go back. So you'll go for 6 days, and then you will go back for next 2 days, and then you'll do your log work, and then you'll go back for your final. So that's 3 trip basically. Uh, if you're not working, which I was working at the time, and you have somebody in England, you could basically stay and cut your expenses. But when you have to come out to work and go again, so the UEFA B was around £1,500 at that time, and that was
Mm-hmm.
2000. That was 2005.
Okay.
The UEFA B now is, I think, is about right now is about 3,500 based on where you go. So it's a ballpark between 3,500 £4,000
Mm-hmm. Okay.
based on where you're going. And I
And
said
and
that. Mhm.
and sorry, was there a prerequisite to
Yeah,
enroll into that program?
yeah. There's a
Talk to us
prerequisite.
about that because we want the information to be as
Okay,
clear as crystal.
so so let me tell you what I'll do now. I'll pull up the current stuff, so
Mm-hmm.
you could get the current stuff. So be with me 1 minute. I use.
Yeah, man. All right, people. So you're getting some valuable information here from a man that is a Caribbean man who has been there and done that, letting you know that it can happen. So big up yourself. Please remember to like the video, share the content, subscribe if you're new, so you can get be a part of the Coaches Desk family. All right, big up Dr. Dan in the building. Duklan was saying that I think it's a principle that is a part of coaching. If you don't use it, you lose it. I
Yeah,
think he
that's
was
true. You
making.
have you have to answer Declan directly and to support him. Your license is valid for only 3 years. UEFA, any license in from UEFA, you have a 3 year lifespan. You have to do 15 hours of continuous professional development, which they call CPD, to keep your
Mm-hmm.
license. If you don't do that 15 hours before 3 years, you are wiped out off the database and you have to do your license all over. So
Oh
it's not
yeah.
like it's not a license you take, you hang it on the wall and you have it for the rest of your life.
No,
because
you have to keep using it.
yeah, because the game changes every year,
Game
so you have to
changes.
go back and learn new
Mm-hmm.
trends and new methods.
It is similar to that of a medical doctor. You know, when they go
Right.
to training and get all of these things, they have to keep themselves up to date where the newest diseases and all these sort of things that pertain into
Exactly.
medicine is
Exactly.
concerned. So it is important. And also in coaching, um specifically what he was referring to was that if you don't say, for example, you're coaching or you learn whatever and you just have the paper sitting on, you'll become dormant. That's why you made mention of, he was agreeing with you that it is better for you to continue to work when you have the a coaching license, because if you just get it and sit down on it, you're gonna lose interest, you're gonna lose momentum and all of these things on a personal level.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
will.
why
You
you
will.
say people prefer coaching clubs rather than national team, because national team basically make you lazy, so to speak.
Yeah. I agree with you. One of the websites is not showing any courses for the B and A this year, but let me see. But yeah, there's a prerequisite for I know. So for the B license, you must be coaching at an elite level, elite youth
Hmm.
level.
So that would be national team.
Yeah. It could be your U17 national, your U15 if you have that. Doesn't matter if it's boys or girls, but they're gonna ask you to submit your CV, and
Hmm.
they have a panel that vets the CV and choose the candidates, because there's only so much spaces available on these courses. So, and a lot of time people come from different parts of the world trying to go to different MA. The disadvantage we have, remember, if for me, for example, I only speak English, so I have to go to an English speaking European country. So I'm bogged down to four. So England,
Hmm.
Scotland, Wales, Republic of Ireland. That's the four I could go to. Yeah.
Oh,
If you go
so
to
hence the reason you have some people doing their pro license at these particular location.
yeah,
It is because of the challenge where a language barrier is concerned. It look like we lose Mr. Mercury again, you know. Look like we lose him again, people. But some decent information spitting out here. I didn't know that's one of the reasons why these locations were available. It is because of the fact that they are English speaking territories. And most places in Europe, if you go there and you don't speak more than one language, you're in problem. Because most people tend to push the English language. But it is always good to have a second language. You get what me I say? So it is this is a good information, man. Very good information that Mr. Mercury is sharing with us. And you will not get this anywhere else, people. You will not get it anywhere else. And yes, when we do videos like these, not a lot of people are interested in it, you know, because it might be seen as being boring, no drama. You get what me I say? So a lot of people will not be interested in videos like these. So, he's back. He's back with
yeah.
us.
It's strange that the internet is in what dropped out there a while ago.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we were saying they do at these locations because of the English speaking. So
Yeah,
you basically have to push yourself in these territories.
yeah. So this is the UFB outline, for example, working between grassroots and elite football at youth or senior level.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Develop the player and the team in a manner appropriate to teach ages and ability. So these are the things you have to have some experience, and this is why it's important now to do some work in a community, build yourself, build your CV. So if you want to move on, you have to you will have the prerequisite. Um, in my institution, as I say, I kept up with the two tutors. So the two tutors helped me because they sent in recommendation and so on to the English FA. Um, and they are tutors, as I say. So they vouched
Mm-hmm.
that I was ready and so on for the step up, and that was quite good. So you need to know things has changed a lot. So you have to have your welfare certificate, the child protection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is an important thing
Yeah,
when
to get any
involving in
courses you need
coaching.
that. To get any courses you need your first aid certificate. You need You need also at some of these MA, you need a criminal record check. So guys, be serious. So you need criminal record check with some of these. Because I remember every time I had to go on one of these courses, I had to get a criminal record check from my department in Simonson. So
So that is very important too. The record of the coaches has to be impeccable
yeah, because
where the law is concerned.
they're looking at Europe and their system and the potential of any breaches and lawsuits, and
Mm-hmm.
because people will say, okay, this guy had his background where you still made him to work around children, this. And let me give you an example of what happened to two friends of mine in England who is coaching. um One guy as a teenager, and you're talking about around 17. He was 17 plus going to 18.
Mm-hmm.
He got caught one night, like police search now, kids, and he had a penknife in his pocket. That penknife, he walking with it just for protection.
Mm-hmm.
His son, he was living around Tottenham area, which was very, White Hart Lane around that area is very rough at the time. And they put that on record when he went through his coaching ladders. That came up in his record check and gave him some problems because
Mm-hmm.
he had some problem in getting cleared to work professionally. Well, after a while, he did get it cleared through his lawyers also, but he had some problems in a while. I know an ex friend of mine who got caught with a little bit of marijuana, and that was it for him.
Mm.
Understand? But the world has changed now in terms of how they see marijuana and so. But eh, I stress it to say, we as carrion coaches, our environment is different. The way we think is different. And
Mm-hmm.
if you have any intention of climbing and going further with ladder in this professional coaches, you're gonna have to try your best. You need to keep your record clean, and if you need to get your record dirty, your record must be dirty for the right things. Protecting yourself and something that that the law is not gonna just tie you down with, because you're gonna have a reason why you did it and how you're gonna be exonerated. So these things are serious. So you need that. Uh, Most of it, sometimes as you go high up the ladder, you must have a recommendation from it must be endorsed from your local MA. So sometimes if you don't have good standing with your MA, you might get a little squeeze. So you have to be diplomatic in way how you do things.
Mm-hmm.
UEFA now asks for a cross-border uh, reason. There's a form. They're gonna ask you, why is the reason you are from a CONCACAF region, but you want to do your license in UEFA? So
Oh.
it's a cross-border form you have to follow.
Mm-hmm.
So for me it was easy because I basically have to your general secretary have to sign off on it. So your general secretary from your local MA have to sign it
Mm-hmm.
and stamp it off. So it was easy for me because at the time CONCACAF had no licensing structure. So basically I said, there's no licensing structure in CONCACAF, and I want to get up the ladder. So it
So
was
so what if persons in CONCACAF would have been to the A license, but they want to take it beyond that particular process? Will they still have issues knowing that they would have completed, they would have been at the pinnacle of what CONCACAF has to offer? Do you think
right.
that they would encounter issues?
Well, they will. That's why they have a vetting panel. They have a criteria where they call equivalent. So you will hear this. They say in the application process it must have. So to get to the A license. So you say if you want to do UEFA A, for example, and you have a CONCACAF A. Let me use that as an example. No, let me use the B, because CONCACAF don't have a A currently.
Mm-hmm.
So CONCACAF have a B. So let me say you have your currently, Coach Menzi have a current CONCACAF B license, and he wants to go on to the UEFA A license. So he makes his application. Uh, he meet all of the other prerequisites, but then he only have a CONCACAF B.
Mm-hmm.
The application has what they call equivalent. So they are going to go to their standards and see what is the CONCACAF B license standard compared to their P license standard. So they're gonna use all the different criteria and the coaching material, the outcomes, and so on. So it's like accreditation. They are going to accredit it. And if it's on par, they will accept it. But I could tell you from right now, the B license in CONCACAF is not on par. So most likely they're going to reject you based on that. CONCACAF did get UEFA to help them with some of the material and try to base it as close. But realistically, no, let's be honest, CONCACAF is not CONCACAF, UEFA is the highest and most standard association in terms of the game. They are the standard bearers in coaching.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna accept CONCACAF B and their level as a B. So they're gonna tell you need to come and go through their letters. Maybe they put you down at C. Because they brought in a C a couple of years ago. They didn't have a C at my time, but I think it's about 3 years ago, 4 years ago they started a C, which I thought was a brilliant move because they need to start to bridge the gap. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you something. I can jump a little bit, but I'm gonna tell you my experience.
Hold on. So you say UEFA start a C now, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
They start
good.
at C now.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna jump a bit, but I'm gonna give you my little experience from my B license to my A license. So when I went starting my A license, and orientation, one of the tutors who made the presentation is like it was a shock to that just me but other candidates. Yeah, he's like after his goals like the pass rate. This is England, the pass rate and the UEFA A license is 25% or less. So I look around because I don't, it's simple math. Say, wow, 75% out of 100 feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, this can't be serious. So I'm very outspoken. So I posed a question. I said, so if the pass mark is so low, there must be some problem somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, is it the students not ready, or is it the way how it is put forward to the students? And like, we don't know. So I'm like, there's something for further research. But when we started to go through the year for A license, the gap from the B to the A was too wide.
Okay, yes.
You know, it was like taking a primary school kid, maybe I exaggerating a little bit, and throw him in uni. You know, and he wasn't brilliant to suck up the info.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of work, but the work was worth it. Um, and I said, just before we finish, I said maybe you guys should be thinking about slotting in something in between. And the English did do it. I didn't say it was my idea, but they did put in. They have a course called the UFRA license proprietary. So they prep you before you go to the A if you want to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, so they make you get ready. But that's in only
Because
in English.
if you had allow the gap to be that wide, some people would have to wait a long time before they get the prerequisite to reach up to the A.
Yeah, and that kind of pass fail rate is just too much. But for coaches in the region, this if you're into coaching, I would encourage that you now in CONCACAF, you go through the CONCACAF model because this will help you prepare you, and then you move on to the European level. If you think you're ready, you could go straight to the European model.
Okay. So moving on from the A license, what next for you? I want to ask you a question after you tell us about after the A license. Did
Yes.
you surpass that?
Yes, yeah, I did.
Okay. Tell us about it.
Well, as I say, the gap was really wide. So I needed to put in a lot of work. I tried to use the resources that I had around me. Some work, some didn't, because you have to do logbook, which is
Mm-hmm.
they give you certain amount of session you have to complete, and you log it. So you put it and you do all your planning. So let me try and put it in stages, right? You have your warm up, and warm up for them is not physical warm up as in running and stretching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Warm up is like whatever your topic is. The warm up is a preparation, is a stimulant
So it's a
to your topic.
specific warm up then.
Yeah. So
Specific to the activity.
you're going to let me try and think of a simple topic. Okay. So you're going to work on defending on a back four with transition from defense to attack, because each topic must be par with the opposition. So if you're defending, you have a transition to attack with it. If you're
Mm-hmm.
attacking, it must have transition to defend with it, because it's reality based you're talking. It must relate to the game. So when you win the ball in defense, you have to now go into attack. So you have to mesh the two. So say you're working with defending with a back four or a back five, because they count the keeper. you transition to attack. Your warm up will have to prepare the players for that eventuality. Or do you find a way of doing it? So it might be one-on-one defending, and then when the defender win the ball, he hits a target. Simple things like that could work as a warm-up. So you have your warm-up, then you'll go to your setup, which is they have warm-up, learning, implementation, feedback. That's how they go it. You understand? So sorry I'm away, because I would love to give you more info, because I have these things at home where how they evaluate you, and it would have been great, yeah, to tell how they evaluate, how they evaluate.
So that means you don't have your license with you, because Manning's man are saying he would want to see your license when you look.
No, I'm overseas right now. Overseas. I don't know. I keep it on file, so I know I have my hard drive somewhere, but my hard drive is somewhere outside. So this is how they evaluate you. So there you go with planning. So after your planning, should be the easiest phase and the most important, because if you get the planning right, the others should follow. So you're graded at the time. The grading has changed, right? But at the time, you were graded out of 100, and you couldn't get below 75 for any category. Okay. Anything below 75, you'll consider not competent. So the standards are very high. Now, the grading is a A, a B, a C, a D. You cannot get 2B in no category. You can't get 2 Bs. You could get 1 B, but you can't get 2 Bs. If you get 2 Bs, you're not gonna be deemed competent. So you have to go with you're gonna have to go hit A and a B based on a category. So in planning have like 5 categories. So you can get
like him gone again, people. Come on, man. Not internet I give problem, man. What go on? Imagine, man. Up not internet I give problem. My girl don't need no coach. Hey, Mannings, watch still up. I had the PRO Mannings. Hey, Mannings. You had the PRO for the technical committee. Yeah, man.
Well, this is strange because the internet is showing, but I don't know.
That me I wonder how not internet I give trouble. Cause most up not today, you know.
Yeah. I'm in Florida, Fort Lauderdale. I don't know. We were on some kind of messy weather today. So that could be a reason, but I know it's the first time. It's strange. The internet is what this be flawless, eh? And all of a sudden, the interview, internet dropping out. So yeah, you have to be on your toes and take your time. You need to have some support. You have to ask for help. In my case, it was difficult because there was no A-licensed coaches in my region at my time. So I couldn't reach out to anybody at home when I'm on the ground. Wow. So I had to reach out to the 2 friends I had in England. So for me now, I had to go the extra mile, because I had to now record my sessions, send it to them for them to go through, then send feedback to me. That's how I got through. You understand? Now, on a lot of associations, they wanted to record stuff. That's prerequisite recording the sessions now because it's much easier. Even with a smartphone, you could record your sessions.
So did the journey take you to the pro license?
I haven't been accepted on my pro license yet. I'm telling you, I've applied for my pro license. I think this is probably the 4th time. I've turned down every time. It's not easy.
So it's difficult to get in then.
Look, let me put it to you. There's 24 places on the pro license.
Oh.
Think about coaches in the Premier League, coaches in the Championship, coaches in League One, coaches in League Two, coaches cross-border in Europe. It is not easy because the coach, the course, the pro license. Here's the thing about the pro license, right? And I'm giving info so people could understand. They run the pro license every 2 years. It's not every year. With the A license, they were running probably 3 and 4 per year. So you have, B license, they will have run like 6, 8 or more per year. So when you're starting, you get on that. You have more places, so you get on easy. Pro license now is a cream. So they vet you really hard, really difficult. In my case, I am very unfortunate because the pandemic caused a backlog.
Oh, yeah.
So I know I'm way behind, but I have to keep applying so they could know my interest is still there. So when the backlog is clear, my name would come up. And then remember, this is Europe, so they have these criteria where first places go to their native, it is only right. So if you apply England, they're gonna vet the England natives first, the coaches out of the Premier League, Championship, and so forth. Then they're gonna go outside Europe, and then they're gonna go outside Europe differently. So I'm gonna come in CONCACAF. I'm gonna when they vetting, I'm gonna be way down. But what they try to do is give some spaces to ethnic minority based on race, color. They try to balance out things. But I say the backlog is a lot. So that is the reply I kept getting. That there's a big backlog and I just have to be patient. I'd love to have my pro license already, but unfortunately, life don't always go to plan.
All right. So Kendall, in terms of you going the extra mile, people recommend you and you did what you had to do in order to reach to the penultimate stage of the football in terms of education. How has that impacted your country, or have you applied for jobs outside of the CONCACAF region, and what has been the feedback?
To be honest, I've probably applied for one job outside of St. Vincent. That was when somebody actually came to me and said, "Look, this job is open. I know you have the knowledge, the experience, and so on. Try apply for this job." The reality in football is you have to network. Most of these jobs outside, whether in is knowing somebody who can give you a nudge in. That is facts. That happens even in the. I know we love the English Premier League. Even in the English Premier League, this happens. Man who know this, know the trade man who know this, and it's reality. But you have to keep fighting. This is why it is important to keep building. This is why it's important to keep volunteering. So you keep sharp. So when these opportunities ever come, you're ready. I often used to, and I still say this, that the coaches in our region, or I say region, CONCACAF, and especially CFU, are now waking up to the eventuality that you need license, you need qualifications to compete in it, because it's a global market. Think about it. If there is a qualified coach in Jamaica and he has the prerequisite, why should Jamaica bring a coach from St. Vincent to work in Jamaica? We're talking national level. Think about it. Why do the CFA countries go outside for the European coaches? Because the human resources not readily available locally. So for me, when I went into it, as I say, with love, I also saw opportunity for employment security because I realized nobody in Simonson was pursuing a license. They were coaching, yes. But when I inquired about the qualification, nobody had nothing. They were just coaching. So I am of the opinion if I ever want a job in Simonson, I could get a job in Simonson. That's where my heart is. So outside, I would love to venture outside another national job, but of late I've thought about it a lot, and I think that's going to be my next move, because from talking to other people in the industry, like the encouragement is there. I have spoken to coaches and players from different national teams. Say, no, Coach Mercury, I know if you get here and you get support, what will happen? But that's the confidence you get when you go through these licenses.
Okay, great.
For example, the UEFA coaching license is the highest practical coaching license in the world. The pro license is not about coaching per se. It's not about practical coaching.
Managing.
It's about managing a big club. You understand? How do you handle a Spain La Liga club or English Premier
Elite
League?
players.
A German Bundesliga club is running the organization itself. Yes, there's some coaching in it, yes, but it's the organization. And honestly, I'm sorry I'm not at home because I have all these material at home. Well, when I get back, I could send them to you guys, and you guys could use them through your platform.
Yes.
Because you'll have all of the documents that what you have to study at the A license level, pro license level, P license level. And I see thing has changed a bit. So, for example, in my A license, as I say, the gap.
Boss, gone again. So, yeah, man, people. Where's some manins? Links off a big. Yeah, Rob Smith. Links run the world, man. Links run the world. You get what I say? A real deal. Real deal. But for him to be from a small island and push himself, it all started because of volunteerism. The man volunteer for help one coach. Coach him look at youth team where him have. Sometimes you say, yo, we're a big coach, we now help no man do nothing. I'm not gonna be a second string coach. I want to be head coach. Dre, anyway that. Well, go on for Wi-Fi over Florida there, Dre. Dre, check in, Dre. And I cut off a boss every minute. Yeah, man, you're back.
Yeah, if it cuts out again, I'm gonna switch to my phone and just use the data.
Yeah. So you were saying?
Yeah, as I said, the gap was wide, and I'm using an example again, as not to be faithful, but it's reality. It's possible for the local coaches. They sent you your pack before so you could prepare, and there were 200 topics in the pack. 50 for every phase. So 50 for defending, 50 for attacking, 50 for transition from attack to defense, and 50 for transition from defense to attack. You had to prepare for those basically 200 topics in your in your own spare time. But finals, you are only get 1 out of 3.
Okay.
So it was the study was extensive, um, extensive work. They trust me, they prepared you well for almost every eventuality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
but
Sir Kendall, a
yeah,
man like you was study up to the A license and still I tried to put your foot in the pot for the pro license. I asked about giving back to your country.
yeah,
Is it a personal gratification, or you got it because you want to help your country, or you got it because you want to coach outside of your country? Because one of the things that come up in the conversation, is that if the coaches pay their way outside of the country, like in Europe, like you did, to get a certification, they are not going to want to come back to their country to coach. But as you say, it's kind of difficult to get into it, even though you might have the license.
yeah. It is. It is. Um, and as I say, in our system in CFE, we don't have a lot of professional. We don't really have much professional setup. I mean, if I was, for example, if I was living like anywhere in Europe, I'd gone up the ladder a long time, because there are they are looking for coaches, and it's not that they are not looking for coaches. These organizations are looking for coaches. Understand? Because when I was there in England, I worked at some clubs, and so as volunteer, because I had some little links through a lady who came to a small island, and somebody introduced me to her, and she was working at the English FA at the time. So
Uh-huh.
get some nudge to get into some places.
So,
That's that. I could remember distinctly. That's how I got to my first Premier League game. One day she called me like, "Yo, Kendall, you want to go to a Premier League game?" I say, that shouldn't be a question. And she, okay. We have some tickets from a charity. You understand? And that's how I got to most of my Premier League game, to European games. I was volunteering, and when tickets came around, they just call me and say, "Look, we have tickets for this, tickets for that." And that's how I
so
got you.
so 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 with volunteerism, you have to have links in the thing if you reach up certain place though.
Yeah, you need the links, man. You need to network. You need to let network, man. You must
Yeah, man, very much so. A
have to
question,
network.
a question that comes out of the chat is that, can you teach this information to others in the Caribbean? How will UEFA look at that?
No, you can. I was tutoring for my MA, St. Vincent and Grenadines Football Federation, when the CONCACAF license started. Um, Even since I have left my MA, because contract run out, I didn't resign. That's a different conversation. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't too happy. That's why I didn't resign. I didn't think they were players centered enough.
Mm-hmm.
But they still asked me to do, if I wanted to tutor, but I decided I wanted to take some time off from around the national system a bit, and go back to my local club in Beckway and give back for a couple of years, because I was a club that was in the Premier League, and while I was at the national team, they dropped out of the Premier League because I was the head coach for the team. And when I left, the last that human resources, there were other coaches, but the other coaches did not put in the kind of time I would put in. So when I going back this year with the intention again, and back up to the top tier in St. Vincent.
But you think it is wise you learn the whole ins and out of the UEFA, and then you come and whatever you got or gathered, you come and teach persons in your federation, in your local space. Do you think it is fair on them and fair to you, because you'll be giving them wholesome information that they will have, but it will not translate into any license?
Yeah, that's a fake question. Well, I say they have the CONCACAF license now, and that is what we at the time I was tutoring, preparing them to help them with the CONCACAF license. So the candidates were at an added advantage because I could have impart things that CONCACAF don't necessarily have
Mm-hmm.
in their curriculum, and if they sucked it up, it would have been an advantage to them. Um, so and that, but you're also right. Sometimes it was difficult for them to grasp because they don't have that exposure. The thing is, a lot of people coach locally, just like how I started, and based on their knowledge, they think, okay, I have it locked down because you might be winning local championship and so on, and you think you have it all, but that's at that level, and that level is really low. So when you go up and start to meet, you know, different level of players and teams, and you're wondering, we could use our own countries as an example. When I started with my national senior team back in 2009, and I saw the players are, we are agile, we are athletic. That's our advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And but when you start to go into details into things now, the players are, you can't and I always said to them, I can't blame you guys, because you were not taught at a lower level somehow how to do certain things. So when they started to get into certain details in the game, players are even like, well, you call me coach man. Like, coach man, I mean, we just don't know how to do this. This is
Mm-hmm.
this is just new material. It's shocking. You understand? Because when you start to tell them this is why we can handle the teams them up in CONCACAF, you're not fit enough. And they are not fit enough not because they can't get fit enough. They are fit enough for different reasons. They are fit enough. They're not fit enough because the nutrition is not right. Because if you drive them, they're going to break because they don't acquire the right nutrition. They go
Mm-hmm.
to work at 8, they come off at 4. Most of them have to get to training for 4:30 minutes to 5. Some of them are construction workers. They are already tired.
Mm-hmm.
These are
So
the
like so like so like even the grassroots development, that is an issue then.
yeah, of
Because
course.
when they step up, they're not able to do certain thing because they didn't know it or they didn't learn it at the
Exactly.
grassroots level.
So they didn't learn certain things. So let me give you an example. There's what you well, I listen to you guys, so you guys know a lot about the game and different areas. But in this in football at the highest level, you have what you call profile and matrix.
Mm-hmm.
So when I introduce matrix to the national team, so the number 2, so there we go, the left back, right back, center back, left and right, have to be able to do certain things in the different phases as a game. They may know it by just playing, but when you start to get into details, it's new material and it's gonna take time. So what do you do in defense? What do you do in attack? What do you do in transition? And what do you do in a particular area of the field? Because the game have 10 phases, and if you know if you're educated in these 10 phases of what to expect and execute, and your brain is sharp and your technique is good, you will make it. But that's the problem with the local CFU players. They don't get this teaching, so it's difficult. They're skillful, they're fast, they're strong. That's our strength. When you start to get into details, is a problem, you know. So for example, uh, we use a number 9, which is a striker. All we know a number 9 job is first job is to score goals. That's the job. Then your second job is going to be the what? Assist. That's in attack. But then you have a job based on your coaching philosophy or who you're working with. What is your job from attack to defense? A particular coach like Guardiola going to be, you have to be the first line and stopping the counter attack.
Of defense, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he gonna want it do a specific way, not just stopping the counter attack. He want it done a specific way. You understand? So these guys at the top level are very specific. That's why he goes for certain players, because you're gonna have to understand what he wants.
Yes, because that player will basically do what, or has the prerequisites or
Yeah,
the skill set to do what he wants in
exactly.
his system. Yeah.
You know? So yeah, so
Yeah, man. So we have some questions coming out of the comment section.
so does he think he would be better served at a grassroots level?
So like your level of education in football. I think he's
Well, I have
asking
done
you to
grassroots too.
observe.
So I've done grassroots courses.
Okay.
So I'm broad, but if you're gonna talk about the license, as I say, is the A license and so on, and it's for elite. So it's either you're at elite youth or elite adult, or you're at the top of your game. It's not
Okay.
for grassroots. So for example, for coaches who want to go to grassroots level, so that's a good question. So I could explain. The coaching side have different areas. So there's goalkeeping, there's children level, there's youth level, there's disability. So you can choose which field you want to go, because each coach's heart will be in a different place. I work with grassroots, but I prefer elite youths to adults. But I could do grassroots. There's a coach in my community. He don't want anything to do with adults. He's a youth specialist. He's a grassroots specialist. So you might choose that. So you choose your license based on what specialty you want to get into. Because remember, you if I have a youth license too. You understand? You can do your UEFA Elite Youth license, which to do your UEFA Elite Youth license, one of the prerequisites is you have to have a UEFA A license. But this is a specialized for youths. Yeah, Scotland have an excellent children license. So in Scotland, you could go to your ladders and do your children license. Understand? So there's
So make
different.
no sense you get an A license and I go grassroots. Because you don't
Exactly.
know you
Exactly.
that license for elite people. So you
Yeah.
don't have to make a step backwards.
Right. So
Unless you have the A license and have the requisite to do grassroots.
yeah. So you could go for your children license.
All right. So there's another question. How do you rate the curriculum of CONCACAF license given your UEFA lens?
CONCACAF only have a B, so we're gonna go for the B. There's CONCACAF. Well, CONCACAF highest is a B. CONCACAF starts. I think they don't do D anymore, so they do C and B. I think the A is probably gonna come maybe this year or next year. It's way, as I say, it's just to be honest, the CONCACAF license are way below the UEFA, but it's a start. It gives you a taste, an appetite, so you can get ready to move up. Because
give us that in numbers. Give us that in numbers in terms of on a scale of 1 to 10?
If okay, so if you scale Europe at 10, I'm gonna scale in CONCACAF at 5.
Okay.
What is the base salary for you for a license?
Mm-hmm.
It depends on where you work, because you're gonna have to negotiate. If you are basically going to charge on the license itself, if you're at the national level, you shouldn't be collecting no less 10 grand US. But
Mm-hmm.
it's above that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see somebody asking about, I thought Mr. Speed got a license. Yes, it's a license, but it's not a CONCACAF A license. It's an A license from that they give
Trinidad.
in Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an A license, but it's not CONCACAF A license.
But
So
it's a
that,
step. So when
yeah.
he's ready to go to his A license, he already have some something in his background.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Steps. That's why I say you help and you step and you step and you step.
All right, big up yourself, Cranky. Cranky saying, how do we ensure the kids are receiving the right level of coaching throughout each phase of their development when the coaches may not have the requisite qualifications?
Okay, it's a great question. This is where your MA comes in, your technical director. So I learned early in my journey in Europe that the technical director is responsible for your next level of players and coaches. So they are supposed to now basically vet your local coaches qualification or not, and say, look, this gentleman here should be going on this course next. You understand? Based on your setup. So let me use myself. I am the community in Simonson. I working at U13. I enthusiastic. I working hard. I TD should, be able to check around and say, put this guy on a grassroots course. Put this guy on a CONCACAF D license. Put this guy on a CONCACAF C license.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Based on how you set up, because you will have a board. So to get the info out now, this is where your technical director and his staff comes in, because they're supposed to have a curriculum based on philosophy, how you want to play in the different phases and what to execute in the different phases. And then you start to teach that from whatever entry level you have at your national. So right now, I think in our region, our first entry level is at U14, because there's a U14 challenge, and then you go to the CONCACAF U15. But you might have already in your, let me use your parish, you might have a U13 parish competition or something. So your TD should craft, along with his staff, a document from there, moving through the ranks. So your teachers in phases. So remember I mentioned matrix.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your matrix for your senior national, and then the matrix will decrease, come all the way down to your U13s. So at U13s, your goalkeeper must know how to do certain things. Your center back must know how to do certain things at U13. So when he or she, if they progress to the next level, which is a U15, you add on more to the matrix, but he already knows some of the matrix. So when it goes to the U15, nothing is not alien to him.
Mm-hmm.
They already have the idea how the philosophy. So as you go up and you go up, so you see when you reach U20s, so let me break it down this way then. Let me go back to the model of UEFA, and it's probably worldwide. You have 6 phases in the game itself, when in terms of how different age groups and how you teach. So you have the fundamental stage with FUN, fun, big as in fun. Then you want, from the fundamental stage, you move to to learning to train. Yeah. And you move to training to train. So when you're out of fundamentals, you move up to learning to train. This is how you learn to train properly. So you learn to do warm up, you learn to do cool down, you learn about gaze, shin guard, shoes, protection. You learn about your small sided games and these things. So you're learning. Then they move up the next level, you're training to do it. So you already learn it, you're training to do it now. Then when you move up the next level, you're training now to compete. So when you reach U17 and so you should be competing. So you see when you pass U17 and you hit 18, it's all about winning now. You're training to win. There's nothing else. Then from there, you're going to be like me. You retire. So you're going to retirement. You're going to coaching, admin, broadcasting, managing, something. You understand? So this is the phases, and these are the things that the Caribbean MA don't have in place. Most of us, they just going blind.
Yes.
You understand? So these are the things. So I'll give you an example. I was given maybe about 10 years ago the whole Pep Guardiola Barcelona philosophy from a coach that I met from Spain that worked at Barcelona. And everything is there. Every single thing from the under 6 up, and all of the matrix and what you have to do and the formation they play. Because Barcelona is a 1-4-3-3 mainly, and then sometimes they play with 3-4-3. So from there U6, they already have that structured all the way up. So when a center back, even you're playing in the fundamental stage, they already know what they're doing. So if they're playing at U6, they're playing say 5v5, they already know how they're doing it. So it's 2 center back, 1 number 6, 2 up top. So the diamond come in place. So when you move up a next level and they put in extra numbers, the philosophy stays the same, because you're working with 3 midfielders and the 3 up top. So you have to have that in there. So as the kids move through, there's no problem. But you'll find our U17, if you get picked for the senior team, he might be last because there's no matrix, there's no philosophy, there's no teaching how what he's supposed to do in the different phases.
Okay.
That is the difference between Trinidad and CONCACAF. Trinidad is just Trinidad and Tobago. That's an island. CONCACAF is the region. So it's a national association versus a confederation. The license and CONCACAF don't have an A license, as I said before. So for this so Mr. Cranky, there is not an A license in CONCACAF. They're working on it. B license is the highest. So I don't know how CONCACAF will measure the A license in Trinidad, for example. I thought they were 8 definite phases. Okay, so yeah, but okay, let go through the phases so you have the 4 obvious. You have attack, opposite, defense. Then you have transition from attack to defense to attack. That's 4. Then you have a set piece 4, set piece against. Then you have your blocks. So you have your high block, your mid block, your low block. So that's how we count them.
So
some coaches use different blocks. So some coaches will have high block, mid block, initiation phase. So so you have a build up, and so on.
Okay. All right. So Cranky, I hope that clarify that question for you.
Yeah. So if
Um. So where do you go on this journey now, Kendall, in terms of your coaching career? You say
um,
you take a sabbatical.
yeah,
Pep
think,
Guardiola alone me here take sabbatical in a man.
boy, let me tell you something, Coach Menzi. This this job is draining. It
I mean,
it,
if you
it,
tell you.
it, it enjoyable, but it drains you too. So you just need some time. And imagine for better them. Me even working at them man piece and them man level. So imagine how them man they feel. Because it's every day, it's a standard. These guys have to win it. They got the training going difficult and tough and planning. The work is not done on the field. The work is done behind the scene when the cameras are off. This is what the young coaches need to understand. So when I was the national coach at St. Vincent, I have my club president, um, and we when I moved to mainland, we had one big apartment. Yeah, because so he would go sleep and wake up and meet me still working, and he would say, "Boy, coach man, people don't even know you cannot work. You just work. They just they just see you when you come game and see you when you come training.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know you this day home till 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, burning your eye watching tape and taking notes and researching players, and because we don't have a luxury with the big international has, and that these are the things now. Well, Jamaica, I see you guys moving towards that. I didn't have an analysis crew in Siemens analysis staff. I asked one analysis staff, they don't understand it. They only see the money. They don't see what the analysis staff brings, because you study an opponent, they might be a defender who has a particular move, who is vulnerable to a particular beat, who is vulnerable in a particular area. These are the things that you have to now distinguish you. How you get to beat your opponent. It called how do you gain an advantage. There's somehow in the game you must search to gain an advantage to win it. To get the desired result. Because the desired result is not always a win. Sometimes it might be a draw. And in tournament football, unfortunately, I just tell young coaches, it may not be seem morally right, but sometimes you need to lose a match in order to put yourself in a better place on paper when you cross over for meet another opponent. So that's why sometimes you see coaches putting out wrestling players and putting out different players. You may want to win still, but they're like, you know what, this is not that important. If I come second, I might meet this team who is first, and this team is a better team to meet on paper. So you
So
have
some
to
of these
know.
things are calculated then.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. You have to think about, the calculated risks, rewards, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other question from the comment section? Any other question? So your next move is to coach in US or go back home and coach a top tier team.
Uh, there's some couple things on take. So I say I'm gonna go back and help my local club first. That's the mission. Give them
Okay.
a give them a year. Try to get them back to the top level. Then I'll plot my move from there. This industry I have to be aware all the bolts and nuts when people hire and so on. So you need to know when is the better time to start looking for employment. For example, for coaches who are listening, on young coaches, this is national level, but it also apply to club. You have to study the industry well. So World Cup qualifiers is in March. So people will be hiring right around now. If a country looking for a coach, they should have already made the changes. So after World Cup qualifiers, they're gonna be a window opportunity for hiring, because some coaches, unfortunately, is a result-oriented business. Some coaches are going to get fired. So that's a time that you look for putting application. Uh, Before Nation League starts again, that's a time you look for putting applications. So you have to study the industry.
Oh.
How much and how long does it take to reach? Well, it depends out if you're starting from scratch based on this question, which is 1981. If you're starting from scratch and you want to go the level I went, you're gonna have to go through some phases. So you're gonna have to go through a level 1, a level 2, which you could navigate pretty quickly in a couple of months. So you could navigate a level 1 and a level 2 in about 3 months. Then you go to your C, which you could navigate in a month and a half. So that's about 4 months. And you go to your B. Your B takes you a year. So that's a year and a half about. Now there is a gap. You have to wait. You can't just jump from your B to your A. You have to wait a year. You have to pick up experience for a year. So that's about, say, 2.5 years. So give it about 3 years. Don't push too fast, because it's not about just getting the paper. It's about being ready. Yeah, because if you're not ready when you reach, especially a certain level like A, you're gonna meet up on some hard times if you don't have support.
I'm wondering if it is the said reasons that these coaches aren't showing any interest to. One, it could be finances. Two, long and tedious process that they're not possibly willing to take on that journey.
Yeah, I think it both, but I think it's more financing. I think because now the A license is about average £7,000 now. And that's just to paying for the course itself. As I say, you have to pay for travel. The way course is structured now, you'll have to some MAs you have to go to Europe 4 times. Some MAs you have to go to Europe about 7 times.
So that's
So
approximately 1.5 million Jamaican already,
yeah, and then the travel, then hotel, then
Probably
food.
have to get the Schengen visa to
Yeah, well,
travel,
yeah, you have visas
hotel.
if you're Jamaican. For us, Vincent and we are lucky. We don't need visas. We could go to Europe for 90 days visa free. So that's an advantage for us. But yeah, you will need that. You got to make a commitment. The investment is worth it. I'll say that. Because you will get your returns.
How?
Through
How?
work, you're gonna learn a job, man. You get this level of license, you learn a job. There's not much.
But you didn't
Much.
mention it, landing a job.
No, I choose my path. As I say, it's
Okay.
difficult because you need some connection. But I happen to be okay. I look at the brain drain effect, for example. If I decide for move out of Siemens, that's how I see it. I could, because I've been encouraged many times to come to US and work, Canada and work. But at the time, I didn't see it fit. As you get older, you might decide, okay, it's all about finance now. You know, you train sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you might say, look, it's all about finance wherever the work come I go.
Good question coming up again.
How do you build a support structure for this venture? Let's say your network, uh, you talk to your fellow coaches. So if you're in Jamaica, Mr. Speed, for example, whoever coaches, who you know there, with Mo, Dongswell, went to 2 World Cups. Don't take that slightly. That's a lot of experience to U17. Um, and I sure you have people like Donovan, Lenny Hyde, Lenny Leaks. There's a lot of different people. So you network, you get around them, you talk to them, and honestly, you have to be honest. Um, One thing I could tell you for sure, every time I go to Europe, I don't give my truth as them no ease. Because I use an analogy where I want to suck out the brain. So you'd see me at lunchtime, I go and join the table, ask them if I could join,
Mm-hmm.
and those thing and football conversation just struck up, and you learn a lot of things outside of what you learn on the courses, because they would, go through their experiences and clubs they have been at. The good thing, if on these courses you meet a lot of coaches who are in the system, in the
Mm-hmm.
pro system, but most of them are grassroots and youth, but they are very, very willing to share information and give you things. Um, the difficulty with the professional clubs, they have a lot of security barriers in place, so you're gonna have to navigate through some of them. So I'll give you an example. Like, I remember I wanted to I wanted to go and watch some training. So Arsenal was one of my target because they were close. Who else were close? I think West Ham was close. That's before they moved. And I got to meet a lady at one of the charities I was working as a volunteer. And I went to her and talked to her about um, if she could help, if she know anybody who could help me come to Arsenal training. And she said, look, I'm gonna tell you straight, it's doable, but it's not easy. See, these training, other than the open training, when you see most of the training, they call them closed training. They are under lockdown. But
Okay.
yeah, because people don't want to see the tactics, brother, they crazy. You have to go walk and figure it out yourself. That's why they had the big remember the Spygate thing with Bielsa? Remember how big that was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it's serious. But she did manage to get me to a session. It wasn't one of the lockdown one though. I didn't get to a lockdown one. So I got to go down to Highbury a couple of times and watch some training. And these things help, because when you see these guys deliver, you realize
What they
how
have
how,
to do in training.
how fine the details are.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? Details are like they call it laser beam. You understand? Laser focus. You know, so it's good. It's a journey nonetheless. So you're asking me my journey. My next journey is continue applying for UEFA Pro, work in the local community for about a year, then decide which where I'm gonna target next to work. Also
Mm-hmm.
complete my masters in sports management, because these things help. If we could do
Oh.
extra extra educational stuff, yeah,
So
It
it would be
helps.
like prerequisite, or we have some other things that you'd need to go there.
Yeah, but it also helps in the industry itself, because
Mm-hmm,
this
mm-hmm.
industry is, as you go higher up, it's real. It's the level is professional. The way how you act, the way how you do things, the how you manage. You know, it's not. It's just not just a simple up and down. Yeah, you have to set a tone, a demeanor, respect. You know, and, you're going into the corporate world, so you have to be ready.
All right. So HSM is asking, what are some of the recommended texts would you choose for a beginner coach?
There's a lot of materials. I could tell you some of the stuff I have read. I've read a lot of the professional coaches' biography, so that's a good start. You have a background on how they started. So I went to Mourinho, Arsene Wenger, Ferguson, Brian Clough. So you try to go back as far as possible. Spengler and Ericsson. There's a lot, and then I went to some players as well. Reading is really, really, really good. There's a lot of podcasts. Most of these MEs in Europe have podcasts. So I say if you're just English speaking, you could go on the English FA's podcast, the Scottish FA podcast. There's lots of coaching sessions, samples. There's lots of explanation how you deliver, because the pandemic has changed a lot of things and way how they operate. So there's loads of material on the internet. There is an excellent podcast that called High Performance. Check that out. It's on the top side, but it will help to frame the way you think. So it's High Performance podcast where these guys interview a lot of coaches, players, and not just players, professional people. Because you can learn a lot from these things. Like I remember watching Coach Gordon Ramsay and High Performance podcast. Lewis Hamilton is. So you learn because they are all professional environment. Um, there are some grassroots books, how like things like how to manage and so on. And then there's books with a lot of sessions and this and that you learn from, and that you can buy. But I would say this: try in your journey to be as original as possible. Design in your own session, so you'll take time when you're home, think about the game and how you could start jot things on paper. Create a Bible, as that's what most coaches call it. So you create a Bible with what you do, you know, and you improve it. You reflect on you improve. You might go on the training ground and don't work the first time. You see why it didn't work. You take your notes, you go, you improve it, you work it. It may not work at all. You take it, you throw it in the garbage. You go forward again. If the USA, Canada, and CB and A is recognized in CONCACAF, why is the Trinidad A license not recognized? We never see the Trinidad A license is not recognized. Mr. Porter. Um,
We said it's not a CONCACAF license.
it's not a CONCACAF, it's a Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
The USA license and the Canadian license is not CONCACAF either. They are USA license and Canadian license. CONCACAF haven't just started their licensing process or what, 2 years ago, I think. About 2 years ago. They never had one. Um, so that's the thing. If you have a CONCACAF, once they sign on the charter, and they will have to sign on the charter, the license will be recognized anyway in CONCACAF. It's just like the UEFA model. Yeah, each country have to sign on the charter. So there is a minimum amount of things that you have to do based on the UEFA charter. So the hours, the curriculum, and you have to keep up. That's why it works like that. So CONCACAF is modeling it from that. How do you maintain focus during your journey as a coach trainer, especially during the hard times? There's always gonna be tough times. You have to stick to your faith, and most importantly, your beliefs, and be willing to compromise, open-minded, and learn. Don't think you know it all, because education is a never-ending journey if you look at it that way. So based on your objective you have set for yourself, that's what keep you going. So I could tell you some of the boundaries I've set for myself. Some, as I say, plan don't always come to fruition. So I first of all set a boundary that I wanted to be the best coach in Simmons and the Grenadines, not just by qualification, but by winning things, and I have done that. Then I had a after St. Vincent, where do you go next? CFU. So my idea was, how do I come one of the better coaches in the CFU region if I'm given that chance? So for example, my local team in Beckway, when I went and said to them, look, we need to get in the top 2 in the Premier League in St. Vincent, people thought it was impossible. We did that. Then I said, okay, we need to get to the Caribbean Cup Championship, which is now the CONCACAF Club Championship. We have done that. So you have to set boundaries so you could keep yourself push. And you have to be realistic, what is probable as to what is possible. So you have to make a plan for yourself and work towards it. Me personally, my ultimate goal is to take a team to CFD team to the World Cup. That's my ultimate goal as a coach. You understand? At the national level, at the club level, I like to get a team to the CONCACAF Champion League. You understand? So these things, you have to have something to work towards. The book was providing information on a different level of coaching, which are sequential. You as I said, I could send some stuff to Coach Menzi. If the materials are not secret, you go to the FA. So you go to the English, you go to the Welsh, you go to the Dutch if you could speak Dutch, Spanish if you could speak Spanish. All of the information are there. The ladders, they call it, the coaching ladders. How do you move through the ranks, the prerequisite, the prices, they are all there. It's not a secret. The only what pricing you may not see online is the pro license, because you don't get the price until you are in some of the MAs, until you are accepted. I know the Wild Traffic has up their price. I think how much is it? I'm trying to work it. Then it's probably about. I'm trying to quote it in USA. Probably about 17,000.
Wow.
Yeah, about. Good. Yeah, about something. How do you develop the players intelligent? Players intelligent are developed by putting them in situations. That's how you develop player intelligence. Use the game model and put them in situations. So that's based on your practice designs, what you
And
want.
how basically they would have to conjure a way of getting out of the situation and
Yeah.
look at the
So
possible ways to actually come out of
yes.
the situation.
So the thing about coaching, when you reach a certain level, the players have to find a solution.
Solution, yes.
That's how you develop the intelligence. You are not there to give them all the solution. They have to find solution. You give them clues, they find solution. And game day, you can't go on the pitch and say, "Oh, stop! Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't?" They have to, on game day, they have to figure it. They have to make the decisions. 1 minute, I might have to move. I think I have to plug in. 1 minute, the coach,
All
computer going down. Let me get the charger, please.
So people, this talk here tonight is a way of sharing to the coaching public that once you have your goal, once you have your setting, your idea set in your mind, you should be able to put your plan into action and try as best as possible to achieve that goal. It can happen, but all it takes is some amount of work. All it takes is some amount of belief, saving, and all of these things. You know? So it can happen, but sometimes I believe people are fearful to make the step because of the money that is a part of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, the MA should be helping.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're helping now because
But
FIFA gives a portion of money for human resource development.
yeah, but somebody said, if the federations help the players, they can use it as a bond for them to come back to the coaches, sorry. They can use it as a bond to allow them to come back to the country and give back to the country.
Yeah, of
Rather
course.
than if a coach go out there on their own to get it. They are not bonded to the country.
Yeah, you're not obligated now.
So what do you think is the best road for the federation to assist? Say, for example,
Yes.
you see 2 talented coaches or 3, you try as best as possible to get them in a situation where they can go out and get a European qualification.
Yeah, as I said, if your director and his staff sits, then you have your philosophy. So based on coaching now, you'll have what you want. So you may say, you know what, we need to develop 20 UEFA or CONCACAF B license in the next year. You make some projection, and then you say, in 2 years' time, we want 10 of these coaches to be UEFA A. In 4 or 5 years' time, we need 5 of them to have their pro. So you need plan. If you're not planning, you're not gonna get there. Then you start to comb your country. You go around. You have an excellent schoolboy league. You have a Premier League. You start to look at the coaches them at those in those environment and what they are producing, and then you start to say, you know what, Coach Menzi look like a good candidate. So you also have a coaching school, so you can vet the coaches them from your coaching school. You might see somebody who's exceptional, and you say, you know what, we need to get this person here out of here because this person's we're seeing something. You understand? And you get them out. That is how the thing is supposed to work. But unfortunately, as I say, in our CFU region now, I'm gonna zoom in on a CFU region, the Caribbean Football Union region. These things don't happen. You understand? I've seen coaches in my country who I personally would send them out, but our people around don't see that. And there's avenues to get them out. As I say, FIFA gives money for human resource development, which coaching will fall under. UEFA has some initiatives for female coaches, especially. UEFA gives coaches for female free if you have played for your national team. You understand? So, for example, one of your senior Reggae Girlz might want to get into coaching. You know, your MA can get them on one of the UEFA coaches for $0 because they are played at national level because they want more women coaches in the women game. But
Yeah, man, I
this
think
is
one of our ladies have gotten her license.
yeah.
Yeah, so you're right.
if and there's also special courses for international players if you play international. So like the senior Reggae Boyz and so they can go on the special courses. They don't have to go to the level one, level two. They could go straight to the UEFA B.
Mm-hmm. Because of their position as an
Yeah,
international player.
playing experience, working at a professional level already. So
Mm-hmm.
you should have a idea what happened in the environment. So you know, and they run these courses at specific time because they run them when players are on break because the players are quite busy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, Keen, Keen was on one of our course, our E license course, right?
Okay.
Yeah. We-
All right. So I don't see any more question forthcoming, Sir Kendall. I think this is one of the sessions that we'll have in our digital library that persons can make reference to for years to come, because this is useful information that you shared. A lot of them can't pay for it or won't pay for it, but it
yeah,
is,
that's the thing. You have to. I'm willing to share. You have to be willing to share.
yes, because they say knowledge knowledge kept to yourself is no knowledge at all.
No knowledge at all.
Yeah, man.
So true.
So it's good to know that you can come and share your knowledge on how this thing operate, and that it can happen. So persons might have their doubt that it can't happen, but you are a real example of it happening. You can really go up the ladder to from a Caribbean coach to a European qualified coach. You understand? So it's a big deal, and we appreciate you, coming on to share this with us. I see some people in the comment section really are grateful for this sit down talk. You understand? Um, they appreciate it. You have man like Jagarns and HS Mall. Especially HS Mall, he has been asking a lot of the questions. So
Yeah, and you can pull up my email. So if people want additional information, help is not a problem. That's what this is about. We want more coaches in the region. We want more people. You know.
yeah, man. So people, if you're interested in linking up with Coach Kendall, just ensure that you link me on Instagram, and I'll send you his email address. Me not gonna just throw it out so because people have to want it.
True. I
You
agree.
understand?
Yeah,
So
I agree.
if you need to contact Coach Kendall, anything regarding coaching, just link me on Instagram, and I'll shoot you his email address. And this is a network that you're building now, for yourself, especially if you're a young coach. You can always talk to Coach Kendall and see how it work out. You understand? So my handle is Coach's Desk TV, so you can check it out and send me a DM, and I'll send it to you. Any final thoughts you want to share, Coach?
Oh, no, just to the budding coaches, the established coaches, them, just football, the community need us. I know sometimes difficult financially, but it's not all about the money. So especially when you're now starting and I have to put in some really serious hours volunteering and building up your profile and
Mm-hmm.
get gathering information and knowledge and move up when the time come, things should work out where the reward will come financially. um Believe in yourself, your principles, the principles, but also don't be afraid to tone down and admit that you're wrong and make changes. Cause that's how you develop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll give you an example. When I was on my B license, um, and I say me, I was quite open and receptive and so on, and never afraid to try things. Um, one of my B level practical, I did my planning set up my area, and at the time my area was too small, and I stopped the session and moved the cones and make the area bigger. And one of the tutors is like brilliant. And he goes like, the amount of coaches I've seen afraid to stop the session, realize either the area is too big, they're afraid to move the cones in, or the area is too small, they're afraid to move the cones out, thinking that they're going to get marked down. But that's part of your observation skills. So
Mm-hmm.
don't be afraid to do these little things, and be yourself. Try your best to be original.
Yeah.
And start, you'll do some copy and pasting of our books and so. But as you move up, you try your best now to start to craft your own sessions and your own things. And that's the way it will make you stand out. Find a standout area.
Yeah, man. All right. Again, big up yourself.
Yes,
And
coach. Always
yeah,
nice to be along and listen to the you guys and YouTubers. Keep it going. You're doing an excellent job.
yeah,
Keeping
man.
us informed of things around, in the country and around the region. So thanks for having me, and good night.
Yeah, man. Bless up yourself, man. Big up.
Blessings.
All right. So there you have it, people. Wonderful, wonderful sit down talk with Kendall, Coach Kendall Mercury. And he's no stranger to Jamaica because he mentioned that he coached at Village United. Yeah. So it's a good look. I mean, I gonna drop the remember, if persons need to contact Coach Kendall, you can link me for his email address, and definitely I'll send it to you so you can keep the link with him. A man with a wealth of knowledge. And as we spoke about it, it was in one of our late show in the year, we were having a conversation, and we dropped the link, and the man just come on and just clear up some stuff for you. And right there and then we stick him up right away, say him have to come talk about this. And didn't even know that him a Manning's man at it brethren. You get what I say? So it's a network people. You never know what you can obtain by just linking Coach Mercury via email. So if you're a coach and you want some information, don't be shy, don't be afraid. DM Coach's desk, and definitely we'll be able to get the email address out to you. All right. Yeah, man. Big up to Brando on this super chat. Great info sharing session for coaches and football fans in general. Yeah, man. As me telling you, 2024, we are gonna try do things a little bit different. Yeah, man. We are try do it the way that it was supposed to be done, being done long time ago. But the problem is that Brando, a lot of the fans don't like these informative sessions. That's the problem. And me and a coach have a conversation, and we are say, yo, we can delve into some whole of things on the coach's desk in terms of football, talk, tactics, and all of these things. But me realize that the people them don't want to hear it. When we go into the educational aspect of it, only a few people up on the show because what? The topic not appealing. But we are gonna do what we are do. And if 80 people are gonna hear it, 80 people are gonna hear it. You understand? So I just saw the thing said. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. I watched football. I had no idea it was this technical. Yeah, man, Wendy. Big up yourself, Wendy. Jack Garns, big up yourself. Devon Porter, this is really educational for young aspirant coaches. We want to chart a way to be a soccer coach. Well done, coaches. Yes, big up yourself, Coach Devon. When the respect for that super sticker. Cranky, big up yourself. Mr. United, big up yourself. People then love chemistry class. Too much means it. Yeah, man, that me realize, man. Chemistry is a nice subject, but you have to have the know how to understand certain things. And sometimes they mix up a formula in a chemistry class, Jason, and they have an explosion or a spillage that will cause a ripple effect. You understand? So that's how the thing set, man. But guess what? We have to do what we are doing now. There are smart football fans out there that wants to hear it. Do it your way, coach. Yeah, man. Years now. Remember when we start out coaches desk, this is one of the thrusts that we wanted to do, But we realize, remember the fans are still at the consumer still, Rob Smith. So at the end of the day, sometimes, not all the time, you have to give the people what they want. You get what I say? AM Henry, big up yourself. AM Henry say, I hope you continue. I love getting info, the details and how things work. This helped me to formulate my opinion. All right. AM Henry, big up yourself. Yeah, man. We want to have more podcast type of setting where we can have discussion and get the real sort of information out. So at that, me I go chat. And soon and very soon, I go try to set it up, But not a lot of people like would want to come on the platforms like these because sometimes I think it's toxic, but it's just a matter of engaging them and reassuring them that that is not so. You understand? Yeah, that is true, Cranky, but you still have to give it a little touch here and there, You understand? Yeah, Jason, yeah, man, big up yourself, man. Say it on, man. We have some more things lined up, people. I'm telling you, from track and field to football. I tell you, we are going to the street, going to do some work. You see what I say? So watch and see. New year, new gear. At the fourth gear, me draw. You know, it's the third gear in the vehicle, the bad gear, That run ready, man. But we kind of dip on a cruiser now, so we change it in a fourth and make it go and run. And if we feel like we draw the fifth gear, you see me? Yeah, Jason, yeah, man. Remember you mentioned that, Jason, yeah, man. At them thing we are going to try to do, man. Remember you mentioned that. So, yeah, man, we can deal with that. We can deal with that. Fourth official still there, though. Me tell you, fourth official, I don't know if we want to talk in business online. But remember, him did mention it still. Him did sick out, Fourth official did sick out, brethren. And when me say sick out, a serious, life-threatening sick out. In a hospital for months, brother. Sick out. And me don't know if channel still around, him do some things now and again. But it all reach a stage where his speech was affected and all of these things. But thank God him up and about. He might deal with him things same way. He might try to stay fit. So probably that's why. A matter of fact, most of the people move away from the Reggae Boyz thing too, Talk to a few people. They must say, yo, the thing toxic, brother. So that's why them a try. Man say, yo, him can't bother with Reggae Boyz. Him the boy, man. Yell him up in a holiday and everything good, man. Trick them. Change the title and the video. St. Vincent coach said JFF don't know what they are doing. Place Ram. You know what true? But guess what? Me have to look out for man like Rich Poor, you know. Rich Poor come on and say, yo, coach, how can I clickbait that? Me nah trick nobody still in Rob Smith. Cause we are do the YouTube for a good cause. You see me I say? The people them say them like the new look, the new logo, shot, fire. Yeah, man, the people them rate up the thing, man. The new intro. You don't know we have to keep the same audio. You see me I say? So the thing take time get attraction. You see me I say? So we are gonna try to change the game, man. We always a change the game in a Rob Smith and Brian. Yeah, man, we always a change the game, man. Coach Ken, I would like to take the time to say thanks for coming on the platform and share your journey and this information. All right, Coach Devon. And Devon a big coach already, you know, and him appreciate this. All right, Gaffer, me I got page you, my boss. Duclan got the pager for me. See. And me send the pager, man. What you chat say, man? Yo, with channel I got do live next week for the big election down at Hanover. Hanover, the election I keep. You know, so we have to depend on the election train still now. We have to talk about it, you know, because that is something um that will influence the football going forward. So if an election we will talk about it. But the long haul of always talking about these people. I gotta make them know say yo, our program now only hinge on what they do. You see me I say? Even though them just love to be in at the spotlight. Yo. Yeah man, we are game changer, man. Yes, I hear say hotel tickets book already. Voters comfortable and ready to mark them ex my boss. Yeah man, make them mark them ex man. And one thing me know about election, you know, people will eat the curry goat and rice, you know, and take the whole pa liquor them, you know. And when them go a polling station, they don't remember which head them to put the X beside, you know. You see me I say? So them thing they will go on, man. But yeah, man, Jason, we are gonna link up, you know, because we have some more hot nuggets to drop on the show. So big up again to Coach Kendall. And yeah, so we are gonna deal with it. You see me I say? Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So we are cut off the show here now, people. Hope everybody have a good week. That pending Rob Smith. It depends on what the public say. Um Hope everybody have a good week. Be safe in the street. You get what I say? And just take care of yourself. Take care of the family. Be peaceable with everybody. Mm-hmm. Big up Natty Congo. Where's the interview cataract after the election? Oh Lord. What do you say? Have a great night, everyone. Why you say great? Hey, you say you Natty Congo. uh, Coach, I can put out a press release. Where's it? Take on the range. We are gonna scroll through that. We are going back and see who did it. Mm. We are going back for you, man. and see who. No, a serious thing when I thought though, Steely. Serious thing about anyway that you have to come forward anyway that. Anyway that. Where's the soccer explosion TV? Say, I'm rooms, at college. Hope him all right. Who this? Soccer explosion. You can't say them thing, the man. I we don't know who the man. One day for Alex. Alex that? Soccer explosion. Alex. man say jury change just like the weather. You pressure, not pressure Dre anyway there. And Brian, love your foolishness, you say. All right, Jason. All right, Jason. So I say no more. Do what you want to do. People, see new thing, That a go on, Want to say, grade it now. I don't like it. Drop some emoji if you don't like the thing, man. How it look? When you don't know, say Shelly have you up there, When you don't know, say Elaine have you up there, When you don't know, Sherika have you up there, Hey, Brian, me not like a solid thing where you use in a brethren. Use a different word, man. Me no want a solid in a sentence where you say about the thing, brother. You know, it's a gold and black we go, brethren. Eh? All right, it look brilliant, but solid. No, star. What you going with? Jason, what Brian are going with? You notice we use the gold and black color. No, man. Ilian never had the old one. Why you chat say Rob Smith? Ilian didn't have the old one, Hold on, look at Cranky are calling, Cranky, with the live still, Yeah. You want to talk to the people, them? Or you want me send it, or you want me drop a link on your forward on? No problem, man. All right, let me drop it. Cranky want to come give him few cents. Although Cranky have all for dollars. All right, see you link there. Yeah, man. When you can't pray the thing, everybody would think me a stream from Pentos. Nah, sir. I not stream from a Pentos, man. Too okay. You know, say me give the person whole heap me give them the picture, but them I say it too crowded, you know. I remember say too content to present, you know. The person that say it too crowded, too much pictures. So basically boil down back to them 7 there. So that are the only issue with that. But me get what you say. Me see it 2 time me look on it. Cause me put Gray. Who else me did put? Antonio. But man, them a person say too many pictures. But if you notice, me give Leon, which is an influential player, the goalkeeper, you couldn't leave out Andre. Damian Lowe, you couldn't leave him out. And on the female side, Bonnie Shaw couldn't get left out. So that one of the Cranky, me drop a link, you know. How we Cranky there? Now I've got pin a link. Cause I mean me I've got drop it, you know. Cranky, what go on?
There, Coach Ryerson.
Then how you like the look on the screen?
Give me a second. Seem to have lost the picture. The look on the screen. I'm trying to digest it. You have a bunch of athletes there. It's decent.
Okay.
I like the thing in the coach's desk even more so than the pictures up top, which is interesting. Very creative. Something you have to digest things, and I have to grow up on you like fungus and coach. So. And your
No,
first
Lee Young, me can't redo it, man. I'm money do this, you know, brother. You think
you know,
I can't just redo it because I redo sake? Because here we go on Cranky. Me make sure I put Leon, Andre, and Nana. Seeing? And then we put Gray and Antonio to represent the overseas based players. Seeing? All both of me did put in it. Seeing? But when the person look on it, you see, because it's a banner, the person tell me say it's got too crowded. And you know, say when a person working at them field, you have to respect the feedback what them give you know.
So you probably should have dropped somebody and put in one of those players, either Antonio or Gray. Since you're trying to communicate a lot of different things in that one picture. But so for example, did you need both Shelly and it's kind of hard to drop out one of them.
I would treat and plus Bunny night. I would treat top ladies them that in a sprinting. And me could have put in a chore. Me could have put in the triple jumper girl. So a whole lot of people left out same way. And if
but you could have had 4 and 4, right? 4 men and 4 women. You have 3.
No, 3 men and 4 women.
So why don't you go 4 and 4, which would one and the boys were born overseas, is what it's really saying. All right, so 8 is too crowded. Isn't there a space that are left of Bailey?
No, that's not space. I feel the because that banner them 2 space I have to leave for when you. I don't remember, but it's kind of complicated.
I hear it still works. These are people are familiar with and respect and have accomplished a lot.
If we put 11 people on each side, them have a problem with the same way. So me just make a calculated choice.
Right.
Somebody have to get left out.
The question is, what message are you sending? That's the question.
Message that I'm sending, may I support Reggae Boyz, Reggae Girlz, and athletics.
So there's no male athlete up there.
That our next thing too. See?
So as you said, you can find out 101 things wrong, but you can't satisfy everybody.
Can't satisfy everybody.
Yeah. But one thing I learned, coach, is that before you do some of these things, frankly, is you should try to get the perspective of your audience first, because it's amazing how much ideas you get of throwing idea out and people providing their perspective, and then you sort through it to figure out which ones you like. And because what you get, you're getting challenged to what you put out now. That challenge allow you then to, reset, rethink, reassess, and then make a final decision. You're then gonna get all the considerations that are out there, at least from your immediate audience, about what it should look like, what their concerns are. Then you can take all of that, funnel through it, and come up with, you know what? Here's ultimately where I want to be. So,
but cranky.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you, if you put it out there, people still not gonna like it.
No, I know, but at least you know how much don't like it and how much like it. See what I said? And you may realize from what they're saying that, yeah, you agree with certain things. Certain things you won't agree, you won't change. It's your final decision, but at least you have all that perspective that you can take into consideration. So when you make a final decision, you have contemplated all of these questions and comments and challenges.
Yeah. But cranky, may I tell you, me put in all of them pictures there.
Okay.
All of them. From one Bob, which is Antonio, to Daniel Williams, where Erdler, me put in all of them. Me put in Gray, me have a series of messages I send to a person with all our pictures them.
Okay.
But the person give two things the person said. It is going to be too crowded as a banner if we put in all of those pictures. Plus, putting in all of those pictures would have cost more than what we think, or more than what I budgeted for. So we have to make a decision. I mean, know so the people them that come at me, because when me see the final outlook, me I say, yo, so them are gonna say no English in there. So them are gonna say no male athlete no there. Me calculate all of that.
Right, I hear you.
So that's why I don't really feel away when I get the feedback, because I already know say people them are gonna say that.
So you say this is done and dusted then?
Yeah, man, it done and it's not gonna change.
Okay.
But I have to pay to do over about this in a cranky.
No, I hear you. Okay. So how come you're not in the picture, coach? How come you're not in that picture?
See, well, me never calculate that. Honestly, me never calculate that. Me not
put myself in my picture, I'm sorry to say that.
No, me not in that.
No, you don't have to, but I said you probably should have all of it that's around you, that's just my idea still. I said no, there's no right or wrong idea, it's just people's perspective.
Yeah. So. No, me not. When me do a show, people them see me not have to on it all the time. That's why my logo is not a logo with picture. It's a logo with, you see me I say?
Yeah.
So when me put that black on, when me put that gold logo there on a shirt, man, it like a sell off, So that I aim. Me don't want to put my picture as a logo on a shirt. No, sir.
I say, Brian, if I'm tonight, and my challenge me name, then I'm talk about me say money is the most important thing in life. Hey,
who
Brian. Brian. Hey, Brian, we can debate the topic any day. So me and Manny's we're talking, coach, and we're arguing about something, and I was telling that, and I'm not getting enough beaten by enough people about this, because I've gotten beaten before in my life, in my professional life. I said money is the most important thing in life. And people lose their mind, coach. If you say that, them lose their mind. How can the root of all evil be the most important thing? Supposedly.
Money is not the root of all evil.
That's what some people say. That's what some
say. No, the love of money.
I'm sorry, the love of money. Love of money. I apologize. The love of money. But to me, I don't.
Money is a defense, but I don't know if me can say that the most important thing in life. In life, me I go look for it.
Yeah. So what do you think is the most important thing?
Your life.
No, but there's a different. That's the confusion of coach. People in coach. It says in life. That means you have to have life for the money to be important.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta separate the life. People are confusing the two.
So unless me I go take out
It's like somebody say the house is the most important thing, or your family is the most important thing, right? But the life is already set. That's it's a given.
Hold on, we have our next caller. Caller, hello.
All right, Brian. I hear you, Brian. I hear you. But man's man don't agree, Brian. So I have to debate him on that topic.
What?
God has vast a lack of money.
Happy New Year to you too. Cranky, you want caller? Tell you Happy New Year.
Bless up caller. Who's the caller?
Who's the caller? Okay. Big up yourself, man.
Can't hear no coach. We can't hear. Yeah, put him on speaker.
I know the root of all evil.
But coach.
Yeah, but the same Bible tell us that money is a defense too, you know.
But coach, a coach? How can the love of money be the root of all evil when everybody love money?
Everybody no love. What?
Who you know no love money? Wait, coach, who no love money? Who no love money?
You have to look on the constitution of the word love. What is the root meaning of that word love in the statement?
Coach, you have to elaborate.
Remember, say you have different meaning for love, you know. And there's one meaning the word love have, you know. So that can be your homework.
An intense feeling of deep affection, coach. That's what I consider love to be.
That is not only love, Cranky.
No. But you have to use love the way you interpret love to be, you know, and what it means to you.
So you can have intense feelings towards money.
My feeling towards money is extremely intense. In fact, it's so intense, it's a ridiculous, coach. My love of money is intense, coach. And I think most people love of money is intense. They may not admit it. In fact, they may be ashamed of admitting it. But I think most people love money, if not all people love money. I think most people love money. And intensely.
People desire to have money, yes, so them can live comfortable and healthy and all right. Which is why they go after money. Huh? Yeah, man. That's why I say money is a defense. Money is a defense, and it can use as an offensive weapon too. So a whole lot of things about money for sure. But the problem is that now how you go after money, you know, or you love money more than life. Whereas you gotta put a life over getting or acquiring money. And that me think that the love of money I talk about. So you can't love it more than a life itself. They are gonna push a man down in a hole so you can get the money.
No, coach, you're confusing something.
Never.
You love it? No. Coach, this is your life and other people's life. You may not care about other people's life, coach, but you care about your life. So therefore, if that's the case, you won't care about other people when it comes to money and in their life.
Cranky, that's what I talk about. If you are gonna go to the extreme to get rid of a man because of getting money, then that shows you love money more than life.
But coach, I think we're confusing the usage of the money versus the money itself. It's not the money itself that people love enough. It was the money affords you that they love.
Someone mentioned that earlier to Cranky.
But the point is the point, coach. Though, if the money allows you to do everything that you desire as a person, of course you're gonna love it. Because those desires you have is what you love. Whether it's car, whether it's woman, whether it's health,
But you love
whether
the car
it's
more than the money. Because you're gonna give away the money to get the car, you know.
no. You don't love the car more than money, coach.
You love the car more than
Because
the
the money,
money,
no,
Cranky.
coach. Because the car's gonna give you more than the money's gonna give you more than the car. No, there's no such thing, coach. They're one and the same.
So
There's
why
one
you
and the
give
same.
away
They're
the
one
money?
and the same.
If what me look on it,
Because
somebody love money,
coach.
if some
Yeah,
hold on,
coach.
if somebody
Yeah.
love money so much, they're not gonna spend it.
Coach, again, you're going literal, coach. It's what the money affords you. It's not the money. Who cares about the dollar? The dollar can't do anything when you just have to pay a dollar in your wallet, coach. It's what affords you. It affords you the car, the iPad, the computer, the TV, the beautiful woman, the private jet, the villa, the beach, for all those things in life that you desire and your family desire, your friends desire. It try to buy you friends, even though they're not real friends, coach. Whatever you can think about in life, it can buy you off the cops so you don't get a ticket. It can probably pay your hospital
Well,
bills so you can get your new liver. It can get you whatever you want. Most things in life
yeah,
can buy you. It's
and then
amazing what money can do, what it affords you. Amazing.
and me agree with you.
But you're saying you don't love the money. No, you love the money because the money.
No, me just I put a twist on it. You don't really love the money. You love what the money can
No man,
afford. Like
no, you love the money. You love the money.
no,
Give me don't give me the car. No, coach. Give me
Cranky.
go ahead.
You say it, you know. You love what the money can afford you. So not the money you love. You love the money. Why people use money? Are you gonna use something that you love, Cranky?
No, coach. Again, you go literal, coach, and it's not literal. It's not literal. I don't care about the dollar. I care what can I get from the dollar. That's all it is. I don't care about the dollars I have in my wallet or in the bank. What it can provide me, what I care about. I don't give a hoot about who's on the dollar, what the dollar entails, how the dollar feels. It means nothing to me.
So you have to
but the dollar affords. So I love the dollar. No, I love the dollar. No, I can see the car to the dollar.
You love what? That's why my point can't go wrong in a Cranky. You love what the money can afford you. You said that earlier. So
yes, of course.
I want the car. I love the car. So I give away my money to get a car.
No, don't think about giving it. Don't think about you give away the money, coach. You get a car. The exchange is not giving away. You're not giving away anything. It's not free because you get a.
It's a barter.
But money is barter. But money is a barter. Money is literally barter now. It's just the money to facilitate the easy exchange of what you want.
Exactly. So if you love it, you keep it. You don't want exchange. And the car you want. So because the money can afford for you to get the car, you get the car.
Coach, okay, coach. See, I love the car, coach. But I only have the car. I have no money. What does that mean? Can't put gas in it.
No, but Cranky, if you can afford to get a Ferrari,
right?
How can you not afford to get the gas?
No, but coach, you're saying so if I give away all my, but coach, here's the thing, coach.
But you know,
if I don't have the money, wait, coach, hold up. If I don't have the money, coach, back up, coach. If I don't have the money, how do I get the gas?
Yeah.
If I don't have the money, how do I get the gas? You tell me I'm gonna get the gas.
What is
I'm gonna gas and I say, you know what, I need some gas. I'm gonna give my host to the gas. I said me about the host, I'm gonna give the host to the gas. That don't work, coach.
No, but the money we are talking about, so it gone to out.
Yes. Because all right, okay, let's stay at the money then. I'm trying to explain something, but you're not following me. So okay, coach.
But you don't make no sense in that conversation.
No, it makes sense because you could exchange. You can exchange the money for other assets, right?
You use money to acquire what you want. Didn't we say that and establish that? So you're gonna explain about house and asset. All
right. So you're telling me. All right. So you say. So what do you say, coach? I'm confused.
Why would you be confused, Cranky, when we're on the same level? All I'm saying is just that I think you don't love money, but you love what money can give to you, what you can acquire through you having money.
Yeah, but they're one and the same.
So then that's why
As
I
far as
say
I'm
we can't
concerned,
disagree.
right, they're one and the same. As far as I'm
Just make
concerned, they're
that
one and the
point.
same. Yeah, they're one and the same. They're one and the same. And
Yeah, that
I
goes
will admit,
along there.
people, I truly love money. I am not gonna deny it. I love the money. You don't love money, coach?
Huh?
You don't love money?
Love spend money.
No, actually, no. You're evading the question. I asked you a question. Do you love money?
I love spend money. I love money.
Do you love money? Don't you look for your money sometime in front of you and say, you know, sir, boy, I'm in love, you know. I'll talk to you today. Let's
No.
have a conversation. You don't have no
No.
conversation.
We don't do that.
You're not like the Rick Ross of the world who have all these
Frankie.
packs of $100 bills?
No, we don't do that. Yeah, them people are take it extreme. Yeah,
No,
extreme.
I know.
That's why I say you can't have that intense affection for money. Me not think so. Because when I say intense affection, it come like a something that is.
No, but coach, you have an intense affection for money, no, coach.
How?
Oh, you have me prove it to you?
Make we
You want to prove it to you? You want to prove it to you. So what's more important to you, money or your family?
What is more important to me, money?
You know,
or
I should
family?
have this conversation tonight in the class.
You can't.
Wait, coach. Me know your answer gonna be. By the way, coach. No, coach. I know, coach. I can tell what your answer is gonna be. No, you don't have to answer. Me know what your answer is. Okay, go ahead.
All right, you know my answer, so you know what my answer question.
No, answer. You know what I want to answer? I'm a debate management, and I'm gonna give away all these things which are part of the debate. I can't go down this road anymore. No answer. Okay. No answer. We're gonna move from the conversation, because if I'm debating him, all these things that are in my repertoire, I have to keep them hidden until the day, right? I can't give out all these things, because I am sure most people will disagree with me on certain things until I provide my argument. And I may not change their minds, but I think they'll think about it differently.
I can say though, Cranky, people love money. But you see that intense affection that you mentioned, you cannot give money affection, Cranky. So me disagree with you on that definition. But if you check the
so would you give a new liver intense affection?
Huh?
Suppose your liver failed and you can buy a new liver. Would you give your new liver intense affection?
Or you forgive that liver new intense affection. Eating in your body, you can't even touch it. You can't even do to it what you would want to do because it's saving your life. It's gonna be in your body. And a matter of fact, when you get that liver transplant, Cranky, you still have to go with the medication. So it's not like you're going to be smooth sailing.
I hear you, coach. But coach, you're not a politician. Don't try to sound like Bob. When calling Brogard, I'm calling. Not try to sound like Brogard to me.
No, man, I really think Cranky.
No, I said to you.
Transplant. If me get a liver transplant, God forbid.
And it work.
You know, I give it no intense affection. How me I gonna give that intense affection? Me still have got care for it because me I gonna take medication.
So if you're caring for it and you love it because it save your life, you're giving a lot of attention, aren't you?
Me not gonna love it. I'll do what me need to do to stay alive.
Exactly. You're giving intense affection to keep yourself alive. Intense affection. You can't live it all you want, coach. You can't live it all you want. Intense affection you give.
People alone you give intense affection. You can't get objects and these things in intense affection.
I live as an object, coach. I live as part of you, but if you be an object. No. Object is like a bench.
Yeah,
or a chair, or a car.
A liver is one of the organs of your body. It's a part
so it can't be an object, coach. It's part of you.
Do you give your heart intense affection?
Yes.
Oh.
I love my heart to death. I treat it right. I try to make sure I eat right. I manage my cholesterol. I do all these things to protect him because I can't function without him. Yeah. Some people don't, and you know where they end up too early.
No.
You gotta get.
But a man will drink Cranky on a party and do all of them things there. He saying love him body to and he love him heart. So you have to
No. Those are just words, coach. He's not giving them intense affection. In fact, he's destroying them. No, coach. Coach, you're a sadistic person, coach. with them woman, you know, who say them love them woman and then still want to beat her and do things with her. Coach, I don't intense affection that. That's a bad affection, coach. If you drink and smoke and destroy your liver and your heart or whatever it is, an affection that. I call that affection, coach, a bad affection.
Cranky, me I differ though. Me I agree
I
on the
know.
love of money, but me I differ upon the word where you use. Me can't give my heart intense affection. If me I give I give me entire body intense affection. Me can't give me
but coach, if you give me entire no, coach, you know you're being some, you know, you see I don't know.
No,
you're going to the minutia.
No, that's why I say intense affection can only be given to people, not object. You can't separate my heart from my body, Cranky.
But coach, if you give your body intense affection, wait, coach. No, listen, coach. If you're giving your body intense affection, which by default means you give your heart intense affection, then by default you're giving your heart intense affection.
But Cranky, you don't separate your heart when you eat. I say, oh, I'm going to eat this because of my heart. Yeah,
no, coach.
Your entire body is
coach. If coach, me tell you something, coach. You see, if you don't give liver intense affection, you won't have anybody to give intense affection to, coach.
Cranky, hold on now. I mean, hear you. But you not put on a pot of food today. All right, feed the organ them separately. Feed them separately.
No, coach. I don't feed them separately because I don't need to. There's no need to.
So cook a pot of food and say, all right, this is for my heart today. I love your ear heart. All right, my lungs, right lungs. I cook this pot of food for you. I love you today, okay?
No, coach, but you're going literal, coach.
One body eater going on. So you ensure.
I agree, coach. I agree. Yeah.
You prepare your meal to ensure that it affects the entire function of your body.
I agree with you.
So that I agree with you. Can't separate my body, my heart from my body. Me can't. That's you have to separate that. You can't do that because that's why I eat a balanced meal. That's why I eat a balanced meal. And food from all of the different food groups because I want to ensure so once it go in my body, it will affect all of my entire organ of my body, my cells.
No, coach, we agree with that.
System and all of them something.
We agree with that, coach. But you know what? I want to stay away from this conversation because when I debate, I need to have all my ammunition. Ammunition prepared. So I don't want to give anything away with this medium, and then it's like Cedric stealing Cat Williams' joke. I don't want to do that, coach. I don't want to be in that situation. So yeah. But no, the conversation tonight was good with the coach actually.
Hold on, the Cranky. Carla, we have finish up now. Make you hear say.
Can't hear him, coach.
How would I do what? Me no know. Me can't tell you that. Me can't tell you. Me no know. Cranky, how you know say somebody love money? How you take to identify that?
I don't know, coach, because I think everybody love money. So you can ask me that question. I think even people who think they don't love money, if you really decipher it, they love money. And somebody in the comment section say they can get a liver from their family without money. And me tell them, say, you know what? For the operation to take place, coach, it needs the money for the operation to take place. And it's very expensive. Yeah. And where we get donation from, it's expensive going to the hospital and staying there days. In fact, in the US, it's hundreds of thousands of dollars to change a liver. No matter where you get the liver from. So you need the money for most things in life. Why do you think most people live on board that try to come in the US? Think they want to leave in country? Then I come look money to help them family and help themselves. If they had money, probably stay in their own country. Some of them anyway, not all of them. Because some are safety reason, but a lot of people is to find opportunities, which means money. So we can't hear the call of the coach. And leave. Hey, coach, the caller still there?
Yeah, man.
Can't hear him though.
Boy. I guess what you can use. I guess where if you look on it from a family standpoint, still not caller. If females them are grumble, you know, when you are go out, I ensure say I get the money and it a go nullify family time. So the
Hey,
females are
coach.
gonna have problem with that. Because
Hey,
you
coach.
go out, I work too long and too hard, and now come home and spend time with female with their wife. So they will have a problem with that.
Coach. You know, coach, I can't talk about them subject now. Give me about 2 months. Can't talk about them thing there in detail, coach. But I tell you the truth, coach. I love to have a conversation about the woman thing and the money thing, coach. Right. I love
No,
them
but
conversation, the coach.
cranky.
Eh?
No, I really talk, you know.
I know it's real
Why you
talk. You get
think
bored anyway. You get bored anyway.
exactly?
What difference you make? You get bored
Why you
anyway.
think
So
the
what
man have
difference you
problem?
make?
Why you think say God not coming in? Why you think say help are coming? Because woman they want attention, but the man at work are going
Yes.
for money. He might chase cheddar. He might take pride.
No, but you know, coach, if you look at statistics, a lot of relationship break down because of money, you know,
True, that's too cranky.
finances. Tons of them break down because of finances.
Cause if hold on the caller, look like you have a come. Caller, you have a come on the panel. Cause nobody na a cranky na area. Just hit the link you now have to turn on your something there. Your camera if you don't want. So just hit the ear. Cause we now a conversation I go back and forth and we now hear each other. So just jump on the link. Yeah. Cranky,
Coach, me
that's
don't
why
know no man who know a broke
everything.
man. Me don't know no man want a broke man, coach. Me
No,
don't
no
know no
woman no
man
want
want
a
a
broke
broke man.
man. But
Exactly.
look on it. No man no want a broke man. But when the man na go out to get the money, so the woman can comfortable and buy what she want, get what she want, drive the vehicle what she want, live in the house what she want, go on the vacation what she want. When the man go out and I do that, she see a man a complain about the time where the man a spend away and now able to spend time with her. So guess what? Mass Joe pass through.
That's true.
So you have
And so long as no
you
one
have to know
knows,
the
no one get
balance.
hurt.
Huh?
so long as no one knows, no one gets hurt.
Well, the ones nobody don't know yet because what you don't know now hurt you, but at the same time,
Yep.
you put yourself in a trouble because sometimes people do things and not do it the proper way, you know, and the likelihood of you getting a JC Penny jacket or a Guess jacket or a Calvin Klein jacket, it might happen. Or
Well, no, in Jamaica, coach, a jacket is almost guaranteed, coach.
no,
It's almost
Jamaica
like in
alone,
Jamaica.
Frankie. A
No, I
worldwide thing,
agree,
not
but in
Jamaica
Jamaica,
alone.
it's pervasive. No, in
That,
Jamaica, we talk about Jamaica now. In Jamaica, it's pervasive,
that is
coach.
true. That is true.
The numbers are startling. Coach. Startling numbers, coach. Jamaica and Nigeria, which are the most chauvinistic societies you have. It's amazing how that works. It's amazing how there's contradiction in that whole construct, which is the more chauvinistic you are, the more things don't align when it comes to the paternity of kids. Yeah, it's amazing how that works, coach.
It's
Amazing
an
how that works.
interesting
But no,
topic still. It's an interesting topic still, not cranky.
no, we're gonna have those debates at some point, coach. Because I
Yeah,
thought we
man.
were gonna have two channels. One channel gonna be those drama type things, and one will be sport. Because people love the drama, coach. You have to have a drama channel, no, coach. You have to have a drama channel. you have to have a drama channel, coach. Drama sells. See, Cat Williams just have a program pan Shay and have 27 million plus views that go up. Third highest in the history of views, I think there is, and it's only 5 days or 6 days in. So people love the drama, coach. The drama needs to make sense. People love the drama, coach. We love the drama. It's exciting.
Controversy still not cranky, so you will not get away from that. People
Yeah.
to be in the
It does so.
like people like to know what going over the fence. People like to know what going on the corner. So them talk about it. Some people put them live. Why you think so the channels that does or the channels that do family and you bring people in your home and you show them what you do or whatever, them channel they go on the bag of things too, you know.
Yeah, the
Because
tabloid thing sell. The tabloid thing with the newspaper or media or you know,
people like to be in
sell.
the know and they want to feel a
Yep.
part of what you are doing them thing there. So that's how the thing set up, man.
No, but we have the money debate. I think it's an interesting debate.
Yeah, man, an interesting topic them, no, man.
But I enjoy the conversation with the coach still. I think more of those. I think people have their combination of topics, right? I think one of those topics which is very educational, and maybe coach, there should be a sequence of those discussions, you know, in more detail, which is here are the different phases within football, for example. Let's walk you through each of those. In fact, take a step back. I thought he was going to tell us that there are books out there that talks about the different levels, right? And that you could go from each level to go up to even pro license level in terms of written materials. Obviously, there's the practical component of it and the theoretical component. I thought because what he's mentioned more is about, you know, people's experiences and things of that nature. But there was a sequential aspect to this, which is level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, that ties into the totality of a football program, the whole coaching program. And you start off beginners level, you go to intermediate, you go to advanced, you go to experts. I thought we'd see something like that. So I'm a little bit surprised I didn't hear that as part of the conversation.
Okay.
And if that's not out there, it should be out there, frankly. Because you could take what people do and put it into a compendium of like books which talk about each of these things. I think if this is not out there, and I'm surprised if it isn't, it should be.
Yeah. Him send me some things we sent to you. I send it to you.
Yeah, no, I saw it. It was in phases, different phases. Because I was saying I thought there was 18, so there's 10. Then he wrote down what each of the different aspects of that entails. Yeah.
All right.
That's what Rob was giving me a hard time about. So yeah.
Look like the debate are go on after the election.
Yeah, coach, I'm looking forward to the election, coach. I'm looking forward to the election because at least we'll have some finality about who's going to run the program for the next 4 years. And then we can have engagement with whoever those parties are to see what their plans are. Well, we already know, based on the manifesto for the opposition, what they'll be doing. The question is the manifesto just on paper?
Manifesto.
Or is it something that can be put in practice? Is it something that's practical that can be put in practice? Because I am going to be enjoying going to the stadium with the new seats in a coach. I want to have over my VIP section. So we just save up money now to go to the VIP section for the. I thought the manifesto talked about having the infrastructure and stadiums in place with new seats and everything. So we're looking forward to that, coach. I hope it's not a pie in the sky type thing. I mean, you go and say, "Oh, we can't do it because we didn't realize the situation the way it is." Because if you put it out there, you must have ideas about how you're going to achieve it. But whatever those 8 things are that informs the manifesto, coach. Some of them are not new ideas. Things like stadiums are refurbished. A new stadium is interesting. But we just want the 14th to come and pass. We know who people are, and we know we have to deal with. But as we always talked about, so they might have pan church day. They might have election church day on Sunday. Really?
So it sure go long Sunday. It sure go long Sunday night.
Yeah. But do we know what time we get the results, or is it gonna be like an election? We have to call it up next day because even though 50 votes, it may take long to quote in a coach. It take long to quote 50 votes. I wonder how they're gonna do this. I wonder how they even get comfortable that the votes that were cast are legit. Are they going to be like how Trump people them do? So them not accept losing, so them not accept the results of the election. We're sure that's not going to be the case, coach. Both candidates agree that they're going to accept the results of the election, coach. Have we had that? We need to ask that question or not?
I think Rayman are going to get a quote.
Because I see where
remember them have a lie on them side,
I saw when Cinderella came out that Raymond was jumping on that lieutenant coach. It's like it's a horse, man, jumping and riding hard.
So you me tell her, what based on what me deduce from it, Cranky, me say it in our show last time. The thing she kind of push that side there.
Yeah, I thought the dropping of the letter timing, is it by chance or is it deliberate? That's one of the questions. Yeah, I'm not sure it was by chance, actually.
I mean, I wonder if the imposter part I applied to, you know?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't know. I think there's genuine dislike on both sides, you know. That's my view.
Yeah,
I think there's a genuine dislike on both sides. And when Chung come and say, boy, you know, when we're deliberating, it's amicable. There is none amicable between the two groups. Not from where I sit. I don't think that's ever the case. There is nothing amicable between the two groups. They don't like each other, and that will probably be the case going forward. So the hope is that we can have this done and dusted. And then they'll if it's a new group, they'll do. It's not all new people, but some of them are new. If it's the old group, they'll have to learn to live together, coach. Because the girls have to play under the old regime if they win. They have no choice unless they decide not to play, which means they will not play any football for the national team. So
hey, Rob Smith also Mr. United and kill with a comment. But they said no big thick man now come there, yeah. Mexican man them use to fix anything.
Well, they won't know, coach. They will not know. Hey, coach. You know some coach? I love the job. I forget some people some story. I learned of it. My life for that coach. You'll be amazed, coach, of people to coach. Amazed.
Hey, Cranky.
Coach, amazed.
Yeah, take too long to start the channel, man.
I say, coach, you'll be amazed at people doing this live, coach. Amazed.
Me not
you'll be amazed, coach. Hey, some man, I watch a woman. Hey, coach, them take the woman, them drop them, them pick them up, and still think I go on, coach. You know, that's how life is, in a coach.
Cranky,
there's always an alternative.
Not amazing.
So maybe say United and Rob Smith stadium talk about they might use Mexican. Like them stay. Life is fun, coach, and life is amazing. People do strange things. Yeah.
Anyways, me start sneeze, so me I end the show.
Yeah, coach. All right.
Hey man, big up on yourself. Big up people in the comment section. Until next time. As we say, we are going to start do some of them type of educational thing. From long time we fair do them, but JFF drama them always take over. But you don't know it go. So until next time, people, stay safe, peace out, big up on yourself. Thanks for the support. Hit the like button on the way out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.